Holy motherfuck! Give me a sec. Oh my god. Jesus Christ, I'm drinking. Oh, drinking coffee. Jesus Christ. This fit screen. Oh, I'm not ready yet. Oh shit. Oh, I got coffee on my pants. They're white pants. Oh, let's do this. Hey Fluff, this is like how I feel internally with what you just did. Boom. Oh, wait for it. Now. That. As much as I can give you. Man, the teeth look horrific in this game. I don't know if teeth has ever been done well in any game ever. There's this game called, what is it called? It's like made by the same people who made Until Dawn. Forget what it's called, but what do you call it? How they did the mouths is they like blacked out everything beyond the teeth, so it just makes them look like you have like you're looking into a void, and it makes their teeth look super more like goo, you know. But I appreciate you, Fluff. Thank you so much for the support, my friend. Fluff has been subscribed for 33 months. Currently on a 17-month streak, but that's fucking insane. 33 months. Golly. Fluff says, we'll have to wait till the 8th to refresh my Prime sub, but, no, you could take a year off, Fluff, and I would still love you to bits. But, ladies and gentlemen, this is the kind of pre-show before we Quarry, that's what it was, thank you. Yes. This is the pre-show before we upload, of course, the BloodWitch build coming out tomorrow, Monday, on the Brothers GRINN channel. But today, we're just going to be showing off all of it. I don't think I showed you guys it in entirety. I think I showed you guys, like, the beginning when I was kind of like, I'm doing my best to try to parse something together. As far as my character, I don't know if you guys will like the look of this ball of insanity. But yes, very, very over. It looks very tired. But also, I think the makeup game is on point. Besides I wish there was a darker pink. There's not. It's just like some sort of weird bullshittery. Honestly, I wish Gearbox would just give us the ability to, like, make a color. Instead, we have, like, we have to pick from a palette. Like, we literally have to get every single color on the color wheel. We don't even get to mix them. Good. It's not good. But we have some of these spells, which are basically like nukes, and that's ×3. So bop, bop, and bop, bop, bop. And then we also have just a barrage, mortar strike kind of stuff. And then I have all of these. I have all of these spells. Right here, starting here all the way down. We got this one, 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 we got this one. I'm blocking most of the spells. It's just a lot, basically a lot of spells for you guys to mess around with it. Some that I actually never seen before, but I think Lone Cynic at least told me about one of them, which was this, which I've actually never seen. But it's a meteor storm, but with many meteors. Now, granted, that is a ×2, which I want to get some feedback on if that is possible. I think it should, because theoretically, this is all that I fucked with. This bit right here, this little thing, this little nothing bit of business. That bop. Now, granted, in the files of the game, there is a special meteorite that does 2 elements that we haven't gotten yet. So I'm pretty sure that's going to be an upcoming DLC reward. Is a spell that is like Calamity, which is just what you guys saw, except it's 4 meteors of one element and 4 meteors of another element, which is actually insane, given you can amplify it enough, I suppose. It would also be crazy if you could have meteor that's repeating cast, so you could just go bop, 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 bop. You know what I mean? Let me go ahead and equip the thing I had on though, because as much as this one looks fun, it is fun. It's not as powerful. And when you're playing at Chaos level 50, which, by the way, your boy had to grind Chaos level 50, what a not fun time. I'm sorry, Gearbox, but Jesus Christ. 50 whole levels to grind was not like, yeah, go team. It's so fun. I hated it. But, well, what should we do? I could give you guys a shit ton of DLC currency with this save file. Also, by the way, with the save file, I will be giving you guys the ability to redo the entire story. It's basically like a synthetic version of New Game Plus, or New Vault Hunter mode, essentially, that exists. So you can go through the entire story of Wonderland again, except for the final boss. You can't kill the final boss. But I'll give you guys 2 save files. One that is just where I am, which is basically most things done. And then I'll give you another save file where everything is undone, and you can just dig in to the story again. If you guys want to experience that, it's the funness of having a save editor and having the ability to do that, or at least having a way to do that. But yes, so I guess we'll just do some Chaos Chambers for right now. Yes, yes. Honestly, there's not a lot to do right now besides I wanted to build our cryo person next, but I don't know. But I'm not sure about it. I didn't want to do it today. I thought I already did a lot today. I was like, no, I don't want to do it. I want to try to see. When the one time we did a build creation live on stream. It was like, what do you call it? And things did not work. Like when we were doing melee and things were just refusing to work. It was bad. I got mad and I was like, this is stupid. This is bullshit. I'm mad. I'm annoyed. I feel like the stream just fell off essentially. But what's good, Lone Syndicate? Lone Syndicate, we got Death, or we got Lex, sorry, what's good, Lex? We also got, Radisson says, been a hot minute, how you doing? I'm doing good, Radisson. Radisson, we got Fluff up in here, we got everybody. Lone Syndicate says, what's up, Grim? Oh, yeah, the Quarry, that's what's called, yeah, the Quarry. The Quarry, the character, Dylan, really, emphasizes the teeth. Man, there's like this one. Is that who you're talking about? Dialect. It's the girl who's like the pretty girl who's like the crazy fun one or whatever. Also kind of like a bitch, whoever she is. Her every time I see her speak, I'm like, God damn. it's just like everything about the game looks so clean, but they just really need to that animation on the mouth needs to have a glow up because Jesus Christ. Love says there is a darker red, but it's metallic. Yeah, but it didn't look the same when I picked it. Also, I think I got all the cosmetics. I say that, but then I found like 2 random ones that I didn't have before. So yeah, but it's blush. Anyways, if we go to the color palette, armor decorations. Yeah, so I have this kind of red, which I don't think this is the one that I have the issue with. No, I like that one. That one's nice. Is it this one? No, that one's also fine. It's this one. So what do you call it? There's this, but that doesn't really look. Yeah, I feel like I lose out on all the diamond aspect, colorization essentially. That should be fucking red. In what world does this texture look like pink? Like what in the fuck? And then maybe there's like pink highlights, bitch. That's all pink. Anyways, frustrating. Yeah, we'll just slap on, I don't know. I kind of wanted just a dark blood color. This is, I guess, as red as we can get, but it looks like more pink red. Like, this looks, you guys can't see it. What do you call it? This is fucking blood red, my guy, and this is fucking pink. It's some sort of pink adjacent goddamn thing. So stupid. Stop it, Gearbox. Anyways, sure, we'll use that, I guess. It's a fucking half win. Anyways. Yeah. Let's get to it. Honestly, oh no, actually, I did want to try this. This is I should have put this in the stream name. Boss run. I've never tried the boss run yet. Let's see if it's a living nightmare. Hopefully it's not. Hopefully we can do it. What is good, Lex? How's your day been, buddy? Lone Syndicate says, won't be here much today because my Wi-Fi is on, I'm on mobile, and data is just not it. Well, good to have you, Lone Syndicate. I hope you take care of whatever your internet situation and everything is. Good to have you even for about a moment, my friend. We'll miss you. Fluff says, that does sound neat. Yeah, I turned my brain off for the rest of the ranks I needed. Yeah. Did you do that, man? I don't know how you keep your brain on. It's just like, it just feels, to me, I guess it just feels extra bad when you're not working for anything, you know what I mean? Like, I've yet to hear one person that has justified chaos rank in any way. You guys can't see it now, but basically, you have like a 0.99% chance, like super low chance, to get one of the other, get the highest possible rarity, and then you have like 17% chance, 17% chance to get volatile, I think in primordial or something like that. It's awful, and the enemies just scale up, so it's just, it literally makes no sense. Like, you're much better off to just never even turn on chaos mode, ever. Because you just gain nothing. Like it would make sense if Ascended was like, oh my god, dude, your weapons are gonna be like 10 times more strong. You'll just fucking body everything. It doesn't do that. You're like doing the same, if not less, damage than what you were doing. It is ridiculous. It is silly as hell. Also, check out these like nuke blood magics. It's kind of hard to see because this game is already so polluted in terms of all that. But yeah. Although I do wonder that, man. I wonder if I might make a save file that is like, how do I put it? A save file that is like what melee should be, you know what I mean? Because I think with the mod editor thing, or the like save editor, I could make a weapon for you guys that scales entirely off of melee, but also enough off of melee to where you're like, okay. But also, I don't know if I want to become that guy that fast. The person who just like, fuck, I'm basically just modifying the game heavily, you know? I don't want that. I still want to live in the realism of this world, just for but a little bit longer. But no, that I'm ready to dip the fuck out. I'm getting pretty bent out of shape. Break it up. Yeah, we'll do that one. Okay. And then I guess this is a boss floor? So just does it keep ping-ponging between this? Oh, no, I see. So we do one like mini boss, then we do a boss? Okay. Also, Parasite got a glow up, dude. So this is gonna actually be a little bit slower. I need to use Twister because Parasite has so much of a much better type of boss type thing. He's just stronger, basically. And by that I mean, you know, it's not that much stronger, but still stronger. I don't mind this, actually. It's actually a nice change of pace. It's just a shame that we can't do this to increase our chaos rank, which sucks. That would actually have been a neat thing to be like, hey, for the next like 20 chaos levels, it's just gonna be boss rush. I wouldn't have hated that, actually. That would not have been the worst. Fluff says, partly why I'm not interested in making a second character, even if I download one. I was about to say, Fluff, well, at least when you download one, they're like most of the chaos rank is done, right? Like, I don't think chaos rank is account tied, right? So I think if I do all the chaos rank, I think you should be okay to do it too. Or sorry, then you won't need to do it either. We'll do this, barrage. Or, you know, pixies would eat everything alive, it's fine. Also, the one thing that you guys might be saying is, GRINN, why aren't you using like the new DLC weapons and such? One, they're mostly bad, with a couple exceptions. But two, it's mainly two. The save editor that I have is not optimized for the DLC stuff. It only affects the base game. So we'll have to grind our ass off. In fact, maybe that's what we should be doing right now. We should be just grinding the Wheel of Fate. That's just a little boring. So we'll probably do this for a little bit, then we'll do that. we'll get some of that grunt work done. Watch your steps, sure, burn me alive. Burn me alive. Also, man, healing and stuff needs such a glow up. It's not even like dark magic. Like we are outputting an absolute eviscerating amount of dark magic, even like healing wise, all of that. We're healing through our spells too. And I still find we're a bit squishy. Meanwhile, on the Deathless thing, Deathless build I made prior to this, have you seen the stream on Tuesday or on Thursday? You guys seen me rock that, which by the way is actually stronger, but I just thought it would be absolute lunacy to make a BloodWitch build that was all about doing dark magic and not giving my character the ability to like heal, like giving her a full shield. It'd be too restrictive, I felt, so I had to say no, we have to do it this way, at least for now. Also, it queued up my my magic fire build that I want to make so badly, perfectly, because the magic fire build, there's no like magic fire elemental buffer yet. Maybe the new class will do that, but I doubt it. It just seems like poison and all those elements just kind of got left behind. But maybe that will be the two elements that the one person favors. That kind of makes some sense. The new character that's coming down the pipeline. But if that is the case, then that will just work out even better. But yeah, so we're basically using that Deathless comp for Graveborn and whatnot, because that can kind of be, there's a build for Graveborn that works perfectly in regards to this right here. So like using, making sure your health is like at 1%, always detonating this, and also you have reduction, and also you have a huge shield. It's just like perfect, you know? That's like the one build that kind of works with a build that has no build, I guess, or has no elemental allegiance besides fire. Let's get this. I'm gonna down my coffee, and then I'm gonna start to just have a stroke because it's just a lot. I forgot. You know, have you guys ever like forgotten to drink a drink and then you don't want to waste it, and then you down it, and then you're like, oh, that was like had caffeine or something, or had a shit ton of sugar in it. Now I feel like I'm in a coma. You know, I feel like it could just be me, but probably not. Also, my gamer stuff still hasn't fucking shipped yet. It has shipped. It's just at the fucking customs. I haven't. Never tried. If you guys want an update on that, never tried this gamer sub stuff. But but DHL, whomever the shipping company is, they don't work on the weekends. God damn it. But also, you know, I get it. I don't have to like it, okay, or understand it. But hopefully it ships immediately as soon as Monday comes around. I was gonna say I kind of wanted to as soon as it arrives just to taste it, have it. But also I wanted to taste it with you guys, because you guys know how like right now you guys are probably gonna see me like have a super spike in speaking. So I'm going to like talk really fast right now because I just downed all this coffee. I'm also gonna probably start sweating because my body's like, oh fuck, oh god no. So I wanted to see what happens when I drink it on stream for the people who are like watching me as like a fucking animal in the wild, to see how it affects me. Because I'm the person that does get affected by caffeine. Either it makes me crash because I had too much, or it makes me feel like I am speed. Oh god. Rad says, I don't play on Wonderlands TBH, or I didn't plan on playing Wonderlands TBH. Oh really? Have you been playing, or are you just not into it? Is that what you're saying? I'm curious. Fluff says, one of the guys almost all of the earlier choices paused have him with a toothy. Oh yeah, I seen the same thing, man. I seen the same thing. It's yeah, I know exactly what you mean. Everyone points it out whenever they're doing the let's play. They're like, what's with this guy and his fucking like they pause him and he's always like and his face just looks like it's made of Play-Doh, and he just smelled like the worst thing on the planet. His face always looks like he smelled something terrible, but they are filming a film and they're like, don't react, and he's like, okay. Jesus Christ. Oh shit. It's due to how the engine renders the material. The metallic and the crystal colors are shiny and thus lighter than the previous Switch statue. Oh, gotcha. Yeah, different colors. Yeah, but the only other character I'd probably want to create is a Stabo or maybe a Blight color main. Once the 7th class is released. Yeah, well, I think that's a given, though. You know what I mean, Fluff? Like, I think Gearbox finally geared into that, where it's just like, there is something for freshness. You know what I mean? Like, that's my whole kind of point of view that we've talked about ad nauseum. But the idea that so many games like it's kind of like the biggest flaw, I think, if there is a flaw in like the Skyrim and Bethesda's games, where they do have a too much content kind of problem. And what I mean by that is, like, there's so many side quests that are, but also the too much content problem is also referring to the fact that there's no reason to do anything. You know what I mean? Like, you go do this quest, but in reality, it's not really worth doing in the slightest. You know. But mainly what I'm getting at is most people who play Skyrim do not do every single side quest, so it can kind of just be ignored. So I think that's something that is also something that exists within Wonderlands. This idea that, hey, if you actually were to, like, you know, make sure you gave your creators or players something bit by bit to keep their interest, I think that'd be good. Now, granted, I don't think that's really hitting in Wonderlands, because nothing is really that strong. In fact, the things that are strong are things like this, which are purple spells and such, and like one particular weapon. Like, that's the thing that I didn't really mention in the video either, but I gave you guys... with the build, I gave you guys the transformer at Ascended. I gave you guys the crossbow or the quad damage bow, whatever, with the ×4, with Ascended, with a relevant enchantment on it. I gave you guys what do you call it? One of these. This actually was one of the weirder ones that performed really well. But yeah, the only thing that made a dent was this. This is the only gun that was like, okay, and by the way, we are heavily buffing gun damage. We are buffing gun damage by 75% of our spell damage, and we are buffing our spell damage by 72%. So we should be seeing stuff happen with our guns, but sure as shit, nah. It's not that present. Also, what's good, Wilson? Wilson says, evening, Grin. Evening, Wilson. How is your evening going, my friend? Hopefully nothing but absolutely fucking peak. What? I don't know. We had a lot of coffee. Rad says, yes, all the time. Oh, you do all the time, or you just down a coffee? I am constantly, I'm not sure if it's like your parents told you not to waste, or like, nah, your parents told you there's some kid in Africa not eating that food, and you gotta be grateful, and you're like, okay, mom, and then you eat all the food. I surprisingly, didn't have any weight problems, despite that being the case, but still, I know a lot of people whose parents did some damage with that. Fluff says, closest I've ever done to what would be when I was unknowingly adding energy flavor to my water, which had more caffeine than the average soda or cup of coffee. Oh shit, it was giving me headaches, but I thought it was just dehydration, so you kept drinking until it made my heart race. Then I checked the bottle and realized I practically overdosed on caffeine. Yeah, man, you need to be careful. I could see that happening. I had the same thought, Fluff, about like, hey, maybe I should take one of these like gamer fuel things and put it in my water bottle that's essentially the size of my head, just so I could trickle it out and I could have it for like the whole day, because I don't want to just have like a fucking punch in my face of caffeine. Although this one's supposed to like last longer for whatever reason, because I think it has 0 calories and 0 sugar, so no fall off. But I digress. That's what do you call it? I realized passively while I was having that thought that like, oh, I go to sleep and drink out of that water bottle. So I'd be like trying to go to sleep. I'm dehydrated, take some drink before bed, and then just sit there fucking laser focused. It'd be so bad. Oh, also, do you guys see the trailer for Solo Leveling? Fucking Crunchyroll, which I feel like Crunchyroll is finally merged with Funimation, to where now they're just like a they're in harmony essentially, to where like it seems like almost everything is having like a dub attached to it. We were getting Solo Leveling, we're getting a cute anime waifu whatever weirdness. It's like a tomboy romance rom-com, looks awesome. That's coming out in 2023. We're getting Solo Leveling, I think, in 2023. We're getting a season 2 to a lot of cool shows, but it just seems like we're in like the full swing now. I feel like there was a lot of merger and Funimation and all these things were like merging together that slowed down production for shows quite a lot, even though we have a lot still. But now I feel like we're hopefully going to start revving up again, and I feel like they're going to start that ball rolling with Solo Leveling, which I am so excited to see, because that is one of the most... There's certain shows that you want to see just because of the fact that they have so much style, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know if I'm going to love the story. I think I will, just having heard everything. Also, that was fast as shit. That's way faster than doing a stupid objective. That's so much better, man. I would not have minded grinding to like level 50 whatever chaos levels if it was just random boss fights like that. What the fuck, Gearbox? That would have been so much better. That says also it's like a breath of fresh air. Words are hard. Anyways, I don't know. We'll go for more spells. Maybe we'll find some gold here. Fluff says, Lex says, new Bleach trailer. Oh, I seen that. I haven't seen that. Sorry, Lex, I was wrong. I heard about that. I'm like a. I see I'm doing it. I'm talking real fast. I'm subscribed to a lot of channels that like react to some things because they're just super charismatic and they're fun to see how they take things or how they react to things. But I've seen him react to the Bleach trailer, and I haven't seen that yet. I just seen him react to it, so I know it exists. But I'm also, for those guys who have seen it, is it just a direct sequel, or is it kind of like a Bruoto, or whatever it's called? Broto? I don't know what the fuck it's called. But the one that where it's like it's connected heavily to the main story, but it's kind of like Bleach for the next generation. Is that right? Or is it a traditional sequel that just took like a millennia to come out? Is that what is the baseline? I don't know. Rad says, I have played every other Borderlands game, including all of the DLC for them. However, I looked into Wonderlands and I see things that make me not want to play it. Yeah, no, that's fair, man. I will say, as a person who has played every single Borderlands, including every single DLC, mega fan of Borderlands, also Battleborn. I'm a mega fan of that in that sense. I do think that Wonderlands is just a very cool representation of a lot of the gameplay mechanics that were introduced into Borderlands 3. It's just them sticking the landing that I feel like they've kind of done rough with. They've had a little bit of a shaky start on like trying to land. But I can understand if it's not your take. But to me, I just think, man, the spells and the chaos of magic and all that stuff just is so fun. Granted, the weapons still feel like everything's a little bit wishy-washy. Like, again, I think one of the things I think they need to do is add an enchantment or add like a prefix. Like, again, I would love if they had a piece of text that was like right here, instead of getting like crossbow bolts deal more damage the more crossbow bolts you have stacked on an enemy. Instead of getting that, you could get a gun or weapon damage converted to spell damage, basically, so it takes from your spell damage built in, and that could be found on any and every gun, but also it could be found on converts your companion damage into gun damage, something like that, because to me, I think that's something that makes every build seems like it super kneecaps itself to mess with one aspect of the game, with exception to spells. Spells can kind of unlock guns, they can kind of unlock abilities, they can kind of do everything, which is a huge problem. Not in the way that it's like that shouldn't be the case, but in the case that why is every other build that isn't spell shot in a place where it's essentially working with less? That's, I think, an intrinsic problem. But yeah, as far as like DLC stuff, I mean, I feel like if you got Wonderlands for like $25, that's a great deal for a pretty good game, even just the base game. But I could see if you're not interested in the DLC formatting and the the season pass type stuff. Although, dude, I feel like, again, it always baffles me when like I feel like the tail end of Borderlands 3, where it had like a season pass where you could like farm for specific gear, you could farm for heads and skins and stuff like that. I feel like people were really more happy with that than Mere Mysteries, which are very like hella random and feeling like they're like, we have a couple new takeaways. Like, I still haven't seen a lot of stuff from the Face Puncher, although I know it's possible to make that good. I just think they've taken away all the funness of like Face Puncher could have applied a melee bleed because it was in Stabo's skill tree or something like that, or could have applied random elements, but it can't. It's because it doesn't count as melee. It counts as a specific type of melee that is convenient, that is just ripped out of all funness, which, again, it's like taking the worst lessons from Face Puncher, which was like, this is so good in terms of damage that it's like, it makes everything else shit. But I think it was really cool that the Face Puncher could apply elements and apply like pikes of damage into enemies. Like, that's such a cool, gamifiable, build manipulatable thing, you know? Wilson says, how is Tiny Tina late game? Tiny Tina's late game to me is, I don't know, man. To me, Chaos Chambers are very fun. I do think a part of the problem is that it isn't just like, again, to me, if it was in a perfect world, we'd have new Vault Hunter mode, and we'd have the ability to do Chaos Chambers. And ideally, we would not have like Mayhem level that is absurdly worse, like way worse. I've never heard one perspective that Chaos levels are better than anything else, because yeah, the fact that I can look up like, oh my god, a legendary, that's trash. I'm playing on level 50. This is unusable. It's not usable. Like, if variability was so stacked that like if you had the perfect roll, it could compete with like against a primordial, sure, but that's not the case, you know. So you need something to be like primordial, like that. Leaves behind a splat on the ground. Actually, that's not the worst. That's actually a pretty decent breakdown of what you could use. We got the flamethrower one, but yeah, just to me, there's a lot of like little tweaks that they could make. And again, I need to be clear because Gearbox is listening. I think the balance team isn't really. I think, like, again, one of the things I mentioned a couple months ago, which I think maybe everyone was saying this. I would imagine everyone was saying this because it wasn't a unique perspective on Melee. But I was baffled with the idea that Melee is just broken, essentially. You have examples where you're fighting Tina, who is 20 feet in the air, screaming at you. You need to do ranged melee damage, and there was no way to do that outside of Stabo's specific capstone, where you had to use guns to kind of quickly detonate gun damage, to then detonate a critical damage with your guns, to then throw a spectral blade that did a tiny percentage of your melee, but yet certain things in that melee stack didn't really stack and make it good. And and it just became kind of messy. With exceptions like going invisible, and then you're kind of can get by, but it wasn't like a good feeling melee thing. So yeah, but they've recently added within the DLC a ranged melee shotgun that doesn't seem like it's firing too hard. It seems like it's kind of like the only way you can make it good is by using spell shot, which is weird. Even if you supersede melee damage, still doesn't seem like it hits that hard. But they also added a ranged spell, which I still don't think hits that hard. Not enough to the point where like it's not like Tina doesn't have a fuck ton of health, you know. So like in this crazy world of chaos chambers and ridiculous endgame scaling, we kind of need an OP face puncher in this instance. If not, then they shouldn't have made enemies that are so damn tanky. Because it's not like you don't need to kill Tina, who's in the air. It's not like you don't need to kill the certain characters that are very far away. Now maybe you can like throw a hammer and nuke them, which is what some builds do. But again, that's one route to success for a problem that everybody will be forced to encounter, which is an enemy at range, you know, or just the fact that there's that fucking like a worm that digs into the ground and spirals around. You know, that should be wild. But yes. Also, what's good, Sparks? Sparks says, what's up, Grin? How are you? I'm doing good, Sparks. How are you? Fluff says, remember how I wanted to make a Malik hot mage in Wonderland, Stabbo, and Blight be the best chance to recreate her, and I'd honestly want to play through the game again with, yeah, man, that'd be awesome. Yeah, I think you can. I think you can do that. I might actually take that challenge, Fluff, if you're not going to, honestly, because I like that character a lot too. Not as much as Shane and Oryx, but close. Spark says, I once made it's my mission to complete every side quest in Skyrim. My brother and I grinded that one account for a long time. Yeah, man. Yeah, but also, I'm not like, first of all, that's amazing. Second of all, that's also crazy. That's also bad shit. But I respect it at the same time. Is this Earth? No, this is Surge. Okay, so this is just spot on the ground. What's self-cast? But yeah, sorry, what I was going to say, Sparks, or not Sparks. Was it Sparks? Who was it? Yeah, it was Sparks who did the thing. What do you call it? There's a lot of quests in Skyrim that feel like meaningless, you know what I mean? Like where it's just like fetch quest nonsense, and you're like, oh, and also some of those quests are repeating, so hopefully you didn't get stuck in that loop for too long. It's funny because Skyrim I actually thought came up with a really clever idea, but man, so much of game development must be team-based. Like you get this section of the map, you get this section of the map, go make content. Because there was one of the last DLCs for Skyrim, there was like this wizard in this like mushroom house, I think, and you'd have to like jump on this platform and you get rised up, and he gave you fetch quests, but I think it was like a random chance, or like when you did a certain amount of them, like when you did 10 fetch quests for him and you went and did 10 little tasks for his apprentice, because you were his apprentice, he gave you like an actual legit like special spell or something, and you're like, holy shit, okay, like that's pretty legit, and it made it worth it. So there's stuff like that to me I thought was really clever, that they did that, but then no other developer person did that. So you're like, well, what the fuck? This just seems kind of like give the cards to that guy. He's killing it. But unfortunately, that was the last time I seen that. It was also the last DLC. So, but yeah. But I thought that's a good way to do the fetch quest thing. If there's like a random chance for you to get like an actual OP thing after doing like 30 of these stupid fetch quests that you can bang out in like an hour, or maybe 2 hours or something. Like that's legit. That's something that can keep you on your toes. Is that trailer out? Nice. Yeah. Alex says, oh my god, go see it. The soundtrack, it was god to really, that's awesome. It's the final act of Bleach manga. It's a direct sequel. Okay, direct sequel. Okay. They're animated the year Blood War, the last. Okay, gotcha. How much volumes are they gonna cover with that? What's good, Casper? Love to see you. How was that AC being installed, by the by? Because that seemed like a whole ass thing. You're like, I'll be right back, and because I'm gonna go help this thing be installed, this AC, and I was like, that does not seem like she is coming back. That seems like a whole ass thing. Sticky bombs, repeating cast. I'll grab that one just because that one might be something that we could make good. Talon. Oh, we finally, okay, good. We finally got this to drop. Okay, good. Yes, rains multiple meteorite, fuck me, showers. Huge, solid. I'll grab it. I actually, yeah, I've never seen that one drop before, but I'm happy that exists because I was like, this looks like a crazy, like kind of messy. So the fact that it exists, nice. Fluff says Borderlands needs a proper loot filter. Yes. Well, yeah. Well, to me, Fluff, again, would you rather have like a loot filter, or would you rather have like a consolidation of luck? Is what I kind of hope for. Again, like to me, I would love if I could make it so that legendaries drop significantly less often, but they could drop and actually be like really good, you know? Whether that's like consistently at least primordial, you know, one tier behind what you're actually farming for. They could honestly keep like a super. Well, the thing is if Ascended was leagues better than Primordial, even when you're playing on level 50, then that would make sense. But it's not. Level 50 Ascended is like the bare minimum for like you doing the same, if not less damage, a little bit less than what you were doing a prior couple levels ago, which is insane because you're working to get less. It's madness, you know. Ba 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 ba. Spark says, well, it gets to the point that you're just grinding the same thing every time, rather mind-numbing. It's true. Again, well, that being said, though, I am enjoying this boss rush type thing, but also, I am dying for content. So, it could be that, just to be clear. Also, Casper, I don't know if I asked you this. I asked everyone this a couple of days ago. Have you ever tried any of those gamer subs / like a G Fuel type thing? Because I know you're like a caffeine nut, essentially. Remember back in the day when you were talking about having like fucking 15 espresso shots? I was just like, God damn, are you okay? But yeah. Spark says, funny, the Dark Brotherhood mission at the end was never ending, and we didn't realize that for way too. I knew it, Spark. I could just tell that, especially like when you're young and you're a kid, and you're just like, we're grinding. And then you're just like, man, this is like, this is a lot. we bargained for way too much. I could see myself doing that easily, so that's cute. Oh, we finally got a new DLC thing. Unfortunately, Stabo and Spore Warden. No, but not bad. That one negative thing to doing the boss rush, though, it does seem like you're getting significantly less gems, which kind of sucks. But yeah. Bulwark Buddies. Fuck it. Well, let's try Bulwark Buddies. Let's try to break ourselves a little bit. Fluff says there's also a new Trigun series coming. Trigun Stampede? Okay. Is that a new anime, you mean? I'm not sure how long it takes, but I figure it may take 2 or more seasons worth. Oh, wow. Okay, really? I feel like they would have, like, Bleach is such a fucking huge show. I thought they would have try to make it like last, you know. So I just pay for that? Oh, I didn't. Casper says it was hard. I have 0 upper body strength, and now I'm covered in bruises from the AC thing. Oh no. Yeah, I know Casper gets after it, but it's all like squat game. It's all squat game deadlifts and shit. Although that's got to translate a little bit to some upper body, or you do leg press. Maybe it's leg press shit. Regardless, yeah, that's rough. Also, man, there's something so freakishly different. Like, even people who have upper body strength, if you've ever lifted like a couch and tried to get it through a door and it doesn't fit, and you have to hold it at like a weird angle, and you feel like you're fucking, it's not even your muscles, it's your joints screaming at you like, why, God, why? It's the worst. If you've ever, also, you see like movers, they have like various pulleys and like straps on their body to make it so that they can hold something so ungodly heavy. Golly, I wouldn't even go at your what do you call upper body strength, Casper. I think that is the breaker of everybody, of everybody. Spark says, odds are we definitely missed a mission. Yeah. But if you made a good college try, then you should be good. But also, Casper, not Casper. I see Casper right above your name, Sparks. But Sparks, are you like me, who you have the aspiration to go back and like heavily mod Skyrim because it was such a good time? Please make it. Man, those have a lot of drop. Oh yeah, jeez. But the aspiration to go back. I might die here because I was stupid and I'm in the death water. Good job, pixies. Oh, my spell healing is gonna go away. But yeah, no, man. I think to myself and I think, you know what? There is like a bunch of banger Skyrim mods. I want to get back, go there, grind, have a good time, like install all these cool mods. A lot of them have like weird perverted subgenre, choices, whatever. Maybe ignore those or, go buck wild, who knows. Anyways, point is to go back and play those like new mods that are actually like touted as being better than the base game stories and such. But then you're like, who's got time to do that? Fucking no. Although I do think modding for Skyrim specifically got to a point where there were like certain things where people made like a mod like sequence essentially, because a lot of modding is like playing the mod until you find something that breaks, then you gotta like reshuffle them around so they're not conflicting. Also, so you don't like have the longest load times ever. I think there were people who optimized like a perfect file essentially, but you can't add to it because it will break everything again. But I always had the aspiration. There's got to be some guy who went and got all the like aesthetic mods that didn't break your PC, but made it look nice, nicer. And also got all like the side stories and some cool housing mods. But also I imagine there's like 50 of those people who've done that, and you're like, I gotta sift through all of these. But yes. The loot filter becomes shifted through a pile of loot is nonsense, and any other loot ARPG does it better now. Yeah, it's true. Yeah, I agree. There's plenty of like good examples to look for that kind of thing. If I could filter out non-primordials and non-legendaries, etc. Yeah. My whole thing is just that like, if I like it, all that would do for me is like if it just sucked up all of the non-legendary, primordial and ascended gear, then I feel like I would just never see gold again, because of a 0.1% chance. Although maybe that'd be best. If I could like burn, like I don't want the money. Who needs the money? I just want the gear. I just want the big pooba, the luck. I'd rather have that than reducing my loot amount. Oh wow, okay. Yeah, no, I'd rather like reduce my loot amount, but give me some better quality stuff. But granted, I also would rather just have like more variability. Like I'd rather have something that is absolutely trash, garbage, but then when I get something that is like ungodly perfect, it is like just breaks the game in half. You know what I mean? That's the kind of shit that I need in a game. Also, little bit overzealous, you. We need to throw a lot of. Also, bulwark buddies are making my life a living hell. Stop it! Stop healing him. Go missile barrage. God, there's no fucking accuracy at all. Why is he so tanky? Oh, he's not. Bulwark Buddy was buffing him. That's what happened. Making him hella resistant. Casper says, I still do that. Yeah. Yeah, they're just slam espresso shots. I know. When I talked to you, like, what is it, 5 years ago, when Borderlands 3 just came out, and you were telling me in Carthage about that, I was like, yeah, I don't feel like this is something that is gonna change, but hopefully it's okay. Hopefully it drinks a lot of water, all that. I run on caffeine, otherwise I die. I mean, just to wean yourself off it a little bit. Granted, I seen a meme the other day. I think you guys uploaded it on the memes tab. But you were like, it was something like, when you stop taking your like, not antidepressants, but it was like when you stop taking your bipolar medication or something like that, because your life's finally started to get under control, and you're thinking like, oh fuck, I don't need it anymore, and then you like relapse bad, and you just go on like a bender, and you like ruin every relationship you made in the last year, and you're like, oh, okay, no, it was the medication that was making this happen. Okay. I was just like, that's got to be such a a loop that you feel like you're in. Like you start succeeding and you're like, let's fucking go, baby. I don't need this anymore. And then the pills are like, no, actually no. You don't realize, please. Oh God, oh she's doing that again. Oh no, she'll be back. Oh God, I hope she's back. You know, I thought that was just brutal as well as kind of horribly funny. Oh wait, sorry, radio. Oh, lots of comment. Radiant's quests were designed to never end, with some thresholds unlocking special rewards and unique quests. But doing all the side quests, non-radio ones, is definitely feasible. Yeah, albeit probably like you probably need a sheet, something to like track. And yes, it's a robot, a reboot of sort from Turgon, an anime from the day of Cowboy Bebop, Outlaw Star, and Bleach and such. Oh, okay. Casper says, squats I can do. My thighs are strong. My arms, knit so much. Not so much. I can say, not so much. Lex says, Bleach is probably going to be a 50 to 60 episodes, including new content. Interesting. I thought they would have went, I guess that's still like 3 seasons, granted, from normal anime land. At least normal current anime. Most animes are going for like 24 seasons or 24 episodes now, which I actually like because it makes it so they can like make a well put together story, you know. Fluff says that sounds about right. Oh yeah, for the amount of episodes. Spark says yes, but once you do all of the work of installing the mod, then you get too tired to even complete the mission. Yeah, man. Or you get in there and you're like I don't know. To me, man, I don't know how to describe the feeling, Sparks, but it almost feels like at one point I'm kind of bored. Like when you're actually in it, you're playing in the mod realm you've made. It's like a little bit bored. It's also a little bit overwhelming. Like I can't describe it, but it feels almost like cold. Like you're not excited. You're kind of like, well, is this how game developers feel when they play their game? Is just the kind of, you have like a baseline understanding of like all of the mods and what they do, but in knowing all of that, there's no mystery. There's no like magic, so you kind of just feel like the world's kind of like cold and damp, you know? I feel like that's kind of the way I feel when I play when you get in there. It's like, I don't know. It's just not hitting the same way. It's almost like you need to get some random friend to make you a mod world and say, go explore. And there's just like a lot of titty mods in there, and you're like, you know what? It is what it is. It is what it is. We all like our things. I'll just either embrace this or ignore it, and that'll be whatever ends up being, frankly. Spark says, did you see that Yoimi is coming back to Genshin? You can bring her to C6, and maybe at that point, she'll be better than Amber. Thoughts? Sparks, why do you want to set me off? Why do you want to set me off? Okay? Man, I don't know. People, I still think if you were to look at like some of the least played 5-star characters, it would be Yoimiya. Now, I don't know if she can be good or bad. Again, people say that she is actually 100% okay. Regardless, I still think she is amongst one of the lowest people that require playtime. Arguably, even at this point, being worse than Chi-Chi, because Chi-Chi at least has a sponge set that can fuck shit up pretty quickly. And also she's passively useful and etc. But I don't know. Maybe they give her a new weapon or a new artifact set that just makes her a fucking demon. You know, at this point, I just want to use Yoimiya to some extent. So I think if they gave her like a support weapon that was like specifically, Official got like an absolute like specific ass support weapon for her. It was like buffing, whenever you do normal attack damage, you buff your E damage and it just sequences or something. That's what we need for what's her name. For what's her name. Yeah. Spark says, caffeine, that is for beginners. I run on bath salts. Sparks, please. You should everyone should run on water and like every now and again sweeten the deal, all right? But not too much. Not too much. Oh, I really hope I didn't accidentally take like a immune to certain damage types, because that would be bad. Give me. Casper says, I started drinking coffee at like 8, and I've never stopped, just added more and more. I do drink water because it helps with weight loss. I mean, as long as it's not like to a destructive degree, yeah. Drinking water is helpful. Although coffee, man, coffee is to me a hella appetite suppressant. Now, granted, again, we need to be very careful when talking about appetite suppressants because that can be a very slippery slope. Like, Jesus Christ, horrible. I don't know what it is, man. There's something but like, there's a lot of pain in this world. There's a lot of like things where like I can understand the brevity of human suffering and whatnot. You know what I mean? And to me, maybe this is too honest to talk about, but there's certain things where, like, to me, I don't know. There's like when I see someone who is morbidly obese, there's definitely probably something there in terms of like, you know, self-control issues and all these things, as well as maybe like, you know, deep-seated pain and all these things, all that, you know, it could be 1,000 reasons. But there's something to me when I see someone who is like severely like anorexic and very, very skinny, that to me has such a huge like impact on me. You know what I mean? Like when I see somebody who is excessively skinny to the point where like their arms are toothpick thin, there's something to me that screams in my head so much louder than somebody who has you know, whatever kind of pain or suffering or disorder to a certain extent. I don't know why that is. I wonder if it's just like it's because it seems like what do you call it? There's the pain of overeating is like not very good, but the pain of like starving to the point where like your body is screaming at you to that extent, that's some sort of like that's a lot of pain. You know what I mean? Because I don't know how you can like live like that without having some deep-seated hatred for you know, whatever that might be, whether it's weight gain or something, you know. Also, let me catch up on chat. Also, what's good, Azel? Azel says, hello, everybody. What is good, Azel? How's your day been, buddy? Fluff says, I've already witnessed that happened to a YouTuber/streamer I used to follow more intently. It was sad to see their spiral when off their medication. They wound up getting arrested, put on a psychiatric ward twice. Thankfully, they've been able to recover and realize just how much the meds were helping them stable. Yeah. Okay, good. I thought you were talking about another person that has the same exact, and I kid you not, exact formula that you just described without the ending being so pleasant. But yes. Casper says the outpatients ward is no fun. Yeah, I imagine that's not good. Fluff says, we're at the point where Genshin has more 5 stars than 4 stars. Yeah, that's wild. That's a good thing to say, Fluff. Jesus. Casper says, but also meds are crazy expensive. So, yeah. I mean, if you're in Canada, I think it's a little bit better. But yes, I know what you're saying. Although, wasn't there some sort of billionaire guy who was like trying to make a dent in that whole thing? Who was like offering non-prescription drugs that you can buy online? And he's starting with like the most like open ones, like things for diabetes, and I think he's planning on branching out. I heard that like a news story that came out a while ago, but I was like, how is that guy not getting assassinated? Like that, the medical industry is such a place. Fluff says, it'd be nice if Yoimiya rerun included a new weapon tailored for her in particular. Yeah, I think she could use that little nudge. Even if it just nudges her in the support role, because technically she can be played as a DPS if you have a lot of the things in line, but you can still play her that way. Fluff says, we've seen it happen before, with both Childs and Fischl. Yeah, Fischl. I guess Child did have one too, yeah. And then both of Albedo. Yeah, Albedo was probably the best example of a glow up. They were like, let's give some love. Actually, hey, if fucking if they gave her that level of a glow up, I would be so fucking hyped. I'd finally be able to play one of my favorite characters. And then both of Albedo's FOMO quest lines had a special sword, that latter being even better for him in particular. Yeah, the last one was like, that's a good example. Fischl's weapon is good, but it's like, I'm not sure if it's better than making Fischl. Like, I think there's better ways to build Fischl without that weapon necessarily, you know? Even if it's just pure support, you know? Casper says, wouldn't want to slide down thy hill, and that would be horrible. Yes. Azo says, I also ran on coffee and monsters. I found a peach one yesterday. It's probably my new favorite. Dude, there's something about peach or nectarine. I don't know what it is. I'm really into dragon fruit. That shit is always fire. There's a new Red Bull. Well, first of all, dude, there's like, if you've ever, I'm not sure if it should be where you are. America's like the hive mind for Red Bull, so it should exist. But there's like a Red Bull that's basically peach and nectarine, I think. I think that's what it's called. But it's like, it's the best. It's so fucking good, dude. But yeah, man, fucking Azel, you rocking them. Man, my brother was the same person. There's some people who can do monsters. I don't know how you don't taste chemical, and also it's so much. It's so much. It's like the most coffee I've ever had, ever. Also, when I feel like it coats my mouth in chemicals, you know? But some people can rock it. Some people have like that gene that's just like, I am built for this. I am built to be an animal. And I'm just like, I can't. It's too much. My poor body can't. But interesting age. I'm gonna have to give that one a try next time I'm there. I think I also just need to like drink half of the monster in one day and then the other half the next. Because to me, I do find it's a little bit too much. Caster says the peach ones are so good. Yeah, peach anything is pretty fire. But they don't come in 0 cal. I know, the same thing. Same thing for the damn Red Bulls. The ones that are like so good. There's Red Bulls coming out with so many flavors to me that I'm just like over the moon. Because I love that iconic Red Bull taste. You know, that's like, for whatever reason, that doesn't taste chemically to me. But I'm sure some people are like, what? Luffy says, I love monsters. Yeah, man, some people can suck them down. I can't. Like, to me, it's just so much. Is it like, did you have them when you were younger, so then your brain kind of just started to be like, because that's my story. I think I had Red Bulls were my first energy drink, and I could see that being like, when you're younger, your brain shifts in a certain way. Because if you guys were to close your eyes right now, who like monsters, and you were to think about like the exact taste of a monster and you drinking it, does your tongue start to salivate? Like, do you find your tongue starts to like exude moisture? That's what happens with me with Red Bulls. In fact, if I just smell a Red Bull, my tongue starts to salivate, which is like the most freakish animal bullshit ever. But I think it's because I had it when I was a kid, when I was desperately tired. Like I had like a weird thyroid thing happen when I was younger. Also, I didn't realize that I was like a very I don't know what you would call it, but very strict extrovert or introvert, meaning like being in school surrounded with people just ripped me to shreds in terms of tiredness. So that helped me kind of like maintain, you know, any energy level essentially after going a whole day being surrounded by people. But yeah, what do you call it? I have that weird relationship with Red Bull, and I wonder if it's because I had it when I was in my like teenage developmental years. Let me catch up on chat. Ale says, and a while ago I got full espresso set with the grinder and coffee beans, and I'm slowly getting better at. Yeah, man, that's the fun aspect about like coffee making. It's like turning into a little bit of a coffee snob, but yeah, it's fun where you can actually like start to actually make a great cup of coffee. Man, the advice I always got. And Cass was gonna light me up for this because I think I told her about this beforehand. But it's my whole thing was when I heard advice when I was younger, but where a person basically said, learn to drink black coffee. That way you can just always ask for something quick, easy, and done. Cass was gonna fire back and say, it's not like you can't fucking ask for milk, Grin. It's like there's no fucking person who doesn't have like sugar and milk. Anyways, but. I feel the same way about that when it comes to like I went through a phase where I was trying to make my own coffee and it was fun. But I just can't be fucking bothered every day to do it, you know what I mean? It's where I was just like, I don't care. As long as I get my, like, I'm ready to take on the day, I'll take it, you know? Casper says, I am close to Canada, but not quite. Yeah, if you're close enough to the border, you can just pop over by, which is fucking insanity. You literally just be like, all right, I'm just going to cross the border, get some drugs past our incredibly good defense. It's totally not just a literal piece of wood, like a shitty fence. You can go right on by. We'll say, oh, how are you? The drugs. Here you go. All right, bye. It's real shitty that you're not paying the taxes. But anyways, have fun, I guess. Azel says, Azel says, the original monster, I didn't like it, so I dropped it them for a while. But I finally, having finals, and my mom got me a Monster water, and eventually I started tasting everything. Monster had a tea coffee. Yeah, that's how they fucking get you, Azel, is when there's so many flavors. Because you're dumbass, even if you didn't like the original Monster, they come out with this like badass like can that's like super aesthetic. It's like your favorite color. It's bright. It's like peach, or it's like, here's our kombucha version, and you're like, maybe this one's different, and you'll try it, and that's how they get you. Now, one of them may be actually your shit, and that's the whole point. It's like, we just kind of get one being theirs, and then we'll take it away, then we'll bring it back, and then we'll take it away again, and it's just a whole marketing, like a paced out structure. Fluff says, I love peach flavored teas and other beverages, but I really miss Manzanita Sol? What the fuck is that? It's an apple soda. Okay. That was delicious. And it's served at Taco Bell a few years ago. Okay. Interesting. I never heard from like a notable drink being at a fast food chain. Interesting. I could see that, but yeah. Actually makes a lot of sense. Give you another reason to go to that place. I mean, this is what I've been falling in love with this. I have no one today. Listen, sometimes people go uptown and they're like, do you want anything? And I'm like, that. And they're like, okay. I'm like, thank you so much. Lex says the mango Monster is the only one I don't hate the taste of. Yeah, mango's also good. Any of those. Mango, peach, nectarine. I'm not sure if I really fuck with blueberry too much. It's okay. I feel like blueberry is one of those hit or miss ones, but I don't know how you can fuck up peach really. You know what I mean? Or mango. Mango is a little bit like, I feel like sometimes they can like barely make it taste like mango, and that's not alright, you know? I also feel like apple's one of the ones that you like, they don't, it's really hard to fuck up apple, especially green apple, you know what I mean? Granted, I still think peach and nectarine, I think, are just like the hardest to fuck up. Probably my favorite fruit as well, which helps. Yeah, pear is one I feel like is, I like pears. I'm not sure if I hunt for that in my thing. Prickly pear is also great, but most consistently positive has been lemonade. Added a Canada Dry Ale lemonade. I haven't tried the Canada Dry lemonade. I'm also like, I like Canada Dry just like good enough to where I'm like, I don't know if I want to fuck with it, you know? Because something so iconic about just classic ginger ale. Casper says the only thing that makes me salivate is to yep. All right, yep. Azel says, and yeah. After I knew it was going as soon as I started reading, and I was like, there it is. Azel says, and yeah, after the Monster water my mom gave me, I started with the white one and the green apple. Pineapple, that's an amazing one too, man. That's another. I knew I was missing one of them. Pineapple is also one that I find is hard to fuck up. Yeah. Let's do this. Nope. But yeah, no, I think that's the top three for me. Peach, nectarine, pineapple, and then a close second is mango. We got projectiles, rocket towards enemies, no. Singularity. Oh. Channeling, magic barrage, no, I don't want to hold down my spells. Increase fall damage. Oh shit. Okay. Good to know that can come in fire. I always assumed it could, but yeah, I just wanted to be sure. What's that one? It's dark magic, fissure on the ground. That. Oh, the dazzling fire one. Fissure again. Nothing's too crazy. Is it possible to get one of these that's not splintering? I don't think so. Additional ice snowballing, additional projectiles, no. There's so many. Marshmallow. Is marshmallow fire? We might get marshmallow. We'll grab marshmallow for our fire build. What's this one? Glacial Cascade. Magic Barrage, additional projectiles, repeating cast. Was that one? Oh, it's Quake. Dark Hydras, deals damage periodically to nearby enemies, summons several spectral maybe that one. Yeah, this one doesn't have any status, so it's just got a lot of projectiles, but maybe. But it's hold. I hate fucking channeling. It's the one I will not use. Especially if I can choose against it. But yes, easy peasy. Casper says, I would say that to give you a hard time, but I have no milk nor sugar in my house, so I can't say anything. I think you said that once to me before, so that's why, but yeah. Good to know things have changed a little bit. I'm here to steal your healthcare. Steal away, frankly, steal away. Especially that. That's not like, I don't think the problem with the Canadian healthcare, if there is a problem, it's like the getting care essentially, because it's for everybody. Everyone could come in for like a slight cold, which is nice, but it's also like if you're bleeding, you're missing an arm, you're in a line, it's not good. I remember my grandpa had like a fucking nail through his thumb, and they wrapped it up, and he was literally standing in line and with like 3 other people who were bleeding. But granted, no one died, it didn't get worse. You just had to be a little bit uncomfortable for a while. I think if you did pass out, they'd be like, okay, you get priority. But yeah. Granted, I still prefer our healthcare to everybody else's, you know. Angel says the one I also enjoy is apple pineapple. Ooh, that sounds good. Those things seem like they kind of work together. Oh no! Don't do that. Don't stop it. We're on level 34. Stop it. Stop it. Run it. There we go. This and then go. Oh, we should use different spells. I mean, using the same ones for the entire stream, guys. I don't know. It's fine. It's not like a huge thing. Let's do slow meter fall, and we'll do another one that we can spam. Leave splat. Splat is probably one of my favorites, and is also maybe one of the most ungodly spells that we actually have. This just makes everything dead because of the AoE buffs that recently took place, and this is also just quite fun. Granted, it explodes quite quickly. Azo says, and my favorite tea from Monster is white. Is a white can with a purple dragon. Okay. See now, fucking Azel was playing my game right here. I can't remember shit. So Azel's like, I'll just tell you the vibe, the imagery associated with it, and I got you, Grim. I see he died immediately. Oh, so that meter is a little too giant. You know what I mean? Oh shit. I thought I was in an AoE. Let this get... I don't want to get bulwark, buddies. It's not that we can't handle, it's just that it's a pain in my ass. We're not very accurate with the pistol we have. Fluff says Taco Bell had exclusive drink flavors that you could get anywhere, that you couldn't get anywhere else, at least locally. Manzenta Soul was one. Mountain Dew Baja and Baja Blast, although the latter has been sold in cans and bottles for a while now. Interesting. I wonder if they could see that the sales weren't there so that they didn't do it, or I just wonder what the reasoning for not partaking in it was, you know? Look at that. Golly. Easy peasy. This. There we go. This. Oh, I think my meteor missed. Yeah, fuck it did. God damn it. It's the most annoying thing ever, man. Prickly pear are cactus fruits. Easily one of my favorite fruits. I've never tried. Never tried it, Fluff. Maybe if I see it in town, I might give it a whirl. I tried dragon fruit. It's pretty good. It's kind of very kiwi like, but not bad. It's not very sugary though, you know. Casper says, "Oh dear, I'm becoming predictable." No, you're not. Please, in your life, in your world, predictable is good. I say that with all the love I have, but you are an agent of chaos, Casper. I'll do this. As Casper says, usually when you pass out, it raises some alarms and they act on it. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Well, frankly, like you just swallow your tongue right and die. That's how so many people actually go, which is brutal. The meteor, the fast fall meteor, I never realized how like nice that actually was. Because I was in my head, I was like, why does it matter if the meteor is falling fast? You know, especially when it takes up half of the screen. But it's easy for it to miss actually. So, no, I don't want that. I don't want roguelike. Again, roguelike is probably the other one. Elemental overflow and roguelike are the ones you should avoid. Because it's just generally in Chaos Chambers, they're not good. Specifically roguelike. Pop, and then pop. Fluff says it was a marketing deal that benefited both as far as you could tell. Yeah. No, makes sense. I feel like that's a good idea. Like just generally speaking for advertising. Also, golly, that meteor cooked him alive. No, we're gonna die. Quickly, get out of there. Whew. Also, would you still be able to send me a copy of the Hammer Spell and Stab-O-Matic before stream ends? Yes. I'd tell you to try them on the Claw Zerker. Or you'd like to try them on the Claw Zerker. Yeah, as soon as we're done doing this run, I'll see if I have it. I think, do you remember what class we were farming that had them? Maybe it was this one. I will have to. I think I still have them, Fluff. They should be in my vault. The thing is my vault has a lot of things in it. I'll try to get to you, but we'll see. It depends on how hidden I actually made it. I should have marked it and then like start it, so I should only be looking at the stars. Also, it's a shotgun, so we should just be able to find the shotguns and the spells and be able to figure it out. But yes, we should be able to make that happen. But just be patient with me when I look for it. Also, goddamn, that meteorite just eats people if they're able to stay in it. Also, Casper says, me? An agent of chaos? Sounds exactly like what a agent of chaos would say. Stop. Let's do this. Go. Oof. Pixies, quickly before I die. He says, yeah, man, when that hits, it like clips or something and kills him instantly. Go. Whew. Also, Casper, we did a stream the other day where we were making a Saints Row character, and it was awesome. I feel like you might enjoy that too. It's also a free launcher on the Epic Games Store. And I think it's also on PS4. But it was just a fun, to create your own character kind of thing. But Fluff and Lone Syndicate also threw their 2 cents in there, and they were both incredibly well designed characters. Your boy made a husbando dude as well as a what was it? Oh, like an orc girl, essentially, because I wanted a challenge to see if I could make it happen, and I think I did. Although I feel like I might have put too much makeup on it. Yeaton says, I want a snap build. I want to feel like Roy, some character where you can snap your fingers. There's going to be a plenty of those. This build's kind of like that right now. A lot of the repeating casts, at least this one, is probably one of the strongest things we have. But yeah, there should be a couple of those. I don't know if I can give you exactly that, but yes. Also, Casper, it's on the GRINN channel is where it'll be, because the VODs get eaten up really quickly. Oh, my body! Oh my god! Oh, I'm so sore. Oh. Fluff says, I think it was your BloodWitch, but you also tried some other them on melee spell shot characters. I'll check it out in a minute, because I think we had a good one, right? We found a really nice one. But yes, and jump. Azel says, and now that I think about it, I don't like any of the other energy drinks, Red Bulls, Rockstars, Venom, for the taste like gasoline. Interesting. I wonder if it is because, well, actually, I wonder what that is, Azel. That's interesting. I wonder if there's some sort of like, I remember hearing that some people are like, when they have this cheese, it literally tastes like soap to them, and it's like a genetic like thing based on where you were born, which was kind of crazy to hear about. But yeah, also I think there's more than just that. I think there's a bunch of those kinds of things. Yeaton says, what spell is that? This one is the this right here. That spell. This is the spell. It is the. Yeah, I don't know what it's basically like you snap your fingers and it's repeating cast, and it also leaves behind a splat, and because they buffed the absolute hell out of pools of damage in the last couple updates, that's why that one's hitting so hard. But yeah, but also you can be snapping, you can do giant AoEs with fire and things like that. I don't think you can do it with cryo. I don't think there's one for cryo specifically with that. There is a similar type of effect, but not snapping so much as it's you basically like throw a shard of ice that like turns into a tornado, which is also pretty wicked. But yeah, those will all be builds later down the line. But yeah, essentially, Yeaton, this is our BloodWitch build, which will be uploaded tomorrow on the Brothers GRINN channel on Monday, so tomorrow. And yeah, you'll be able to you'll be able to download the save file, as well as there is a synthetic New Game Plus that we've added with the save file. Hopefully that should go through, which just means that you'll be able to play through the whole every story campaign from the very beginning with the build. So if you wanted to have a playground to mess around with, then that's your playground. So yeah. Yeaton says, Ascended. Yeah, but Yeaton, I also, I've opted out of the Ascended Chaos level kind of gear grind. There's a save file editor, so I get every piece of gear myself, but I'll always flip it to Ascended, or the highest tier of Chaos Trials, because I hate the whole Chaos ranking loot grind. So I've opted out of it, essentially. But yeah, but every piece of gear is attained. It's just the Ascended Chaos tier is changed. As well as sometimes I'll change, in every spell there's stuff like this. So I'll never mess with stuff like this. Really, I'll only mess with stuff like this. So you can have like extra projectile and cooldown. But also there are rules that are interesting in how a spell is structurally made. So there is basically like 3 types of every kind of thing. So there is cooldown 1, cooldown 1 and 2, I think, and then cooldown 3, I think is what it is. So you can't have like max cooldown. That's, I don't think, possible, but I think you can have max or cooldown 1 and 2, weirdly, it's what it's called in the code, and then cooldown 3, which cooldown 3 is of course the most potent, I think, but yeah, that's kind of the way it's weirdly balanced. But it's possible, but it's just not crazy, because I think if you had the max tier of cooldowns, you would just get an insane roll, essentially. That's not bad either. Channel and cast, hold and release. Yeah, I hate the hold and release though. Sticky fire blast, no. Self cast, no. Launches additional projectiles. Summons a Hydra. Deals light fire damage, no. Trade lightning. Ooh, fall speed. That's a nice meteorite spell. No. Knockback. Extra projectiles. Singularity and earthquake. Channeling cast. Barrel maker. No, that's too good. Oh, I still have so much to spend. Shit. Fluff says, also GRINN, the herb that tastes like soap is cilantro? Yeah, that, I remember you telling me that. Hazel says, cilantro? Yeah. Casper says, bummer. To each their own, though. Fluff says, it's an odd thing, cilantro, that is. It tastes like soap to some people, and to others fine. Yeah. Hazel says, for me, it has never tasted like soap, and we usually use it to make salads and other stuff since I was born in Mexico. Yeah. But some people are just fine, yeah. Fluff says, as from MTG, I have considered getting into in the past, but I don't have the money to spend on deck building. Oh, okay. Oh, is Magic the Gathering? Is that what you mean? Ooh, man. Oof, that is a whole ass game. Man, it seems like such a I don't know what it is about that game, but like I feel like it's a game that's rife with community. Like I feel like for whatever reason, it's like it seems like it goes farther beyond like D&D kind of stuff. Like I thought D&D was kind of that weird hive mind, everyone comes together and gets super into this thing. But that's one of the ones I remember from high school when there was like a group of kids that used to always play at the lunch table, and fucking bless their hearts, because like they looked kind of like it's hard to really describe. Some of them were like hunter types who were wearing like camo and a hat, and were like very skinny and whatnot. And yeah, just like plenty of individuals I'm not sure I'd call them outcast type people, but bottom line was basically just that there was a bunch of people that were hyper focused on this one thing, and they got really into it. Like there's something that's super maybe addictive is the word, but like something where people invest hard into that thing and they get really into it. It's almost like exercise or like gaming or like anime, you know, like it has that investment feeling, which I thought was interesting. But I always remember, like, it was funny when I looked at those people who had the lunch table, which is a group of weirdos essentially around a table, which looked awesome. I was both envious but also kind of like, maybe I shouldn't get into this because it's so, like, you guys are so into this that it makes it seem addictive, you know what I mean? So yeah. Need me an MTG. Fluff says, I might consider trying it sometime. Just been buried under a lot of new and old updating games. I know I'm about to say, Fluff, you have way too much to do in general. You have a new Monster Hunter game coming out. You have DNF Duel. That game's popping off mods. You're busy. I'm sure Casper is too, but yeah. Casper says, that's understandable. I just wondered because I was going to challenge you if you said yes. Ooh! Spark says, in your opinion, what are the 3 best animes of all time? It's a different question, Sparks. For me, are you talking about, like, I know my top 3 favorite anime of all time, but that's because that's my likes, that's my interests, those things. But as far as, like, what is the highest probability that somebody would say that these are at least in the top 3 / what they like, kind of shows, then yeah, that might be it. Also, god damn it, give me a sec. Wouldn't have. How do I do this? Click. Where is it? This. There we go. There we go. I do not want Prime subs, you son of bitch. Leave me alone. Hazel says, when I was in 7th grade in breakfast, there was a group of kids that took Yu-Gi-Oh! Really seriously, and it was always fun to watch them, and I always enjoyed Yu-Gi-Oh! But not to that. Exactly. Also, Beyblades? Y'all fucking remember that shit? God damn. That was, who the fuck can't resist? Like, hey, dude hands you some sort of weird toy that you spit up and pop out. Spark says, 3 you watched? Well, I know the top 3 that I love to bits, and it sucks because I think one of them has recently been dethroned because of how much I love Ranker of Kings. But my top 3 favorite anime, Sparks, is my number 1 will always, I think, be a show called Blood Blockade Battlefront, just because I love this style. I love that the main character is like kind of hopelessly weak, but also I love that everybody else is so incredibly creatively strong. I love the show to bits. I love the like weird art style, the noir. It kind of feels like mafia meets like grunge. Love it. Love the show so much. It's called Blood Blockade Battlefront. That's my number 1 of all time, always. And then my second, I think, is Welcome to Demon School Irmika, because I just love the crazy in that show. It's just batshit, but it's so wonderful. If you like the show Vampire Plus Diaries, the world, the atmosphere, not so much of the lewdness, but the world, the atmosphere, then you'll love that show. Honestly, I think Welcome to Demon School Irmika might be my favorite of all time, because it's like, it continues to deliver, whereas Blood Blockade Battlefront only had 2 seasons. But I love those 2 seasons so much. But I do think just with Welcome to Demon School Irmika continuously to having seasons, and each season's like 24 episodes a pop, it's just the fact that I love that show so much and I've watched so much of it, to me, and all of it seems to nail on the head kind of stuff to me, is a sequence of why I like it so much. And then the last one is that I feel like I'm missing one. And this is the one where I think Ranker of Kings has taken away. Yeah, so then the next one would be Ranker of Kings. And Ranker of Kings is just that good. But I will say Assassination Classroom was right neck and neck between Ranker of Kings and Assassination Classroom. I think Ranker of Kings, to me, I would put in the list of the top 3 best anime of all time, though. Because to me, I think it's just such a human experience of a show that I would be shocked if people didn't find a connection with and loved, because it does deal with like a lot of human problems. Like if you want to cry, you watch Ranker of Kings. You want a happy cry, not like misery cry. You watch Ranker of Kings. But that's my little take of my list. I could go to my one character. Well, I should probably give me a sec. Where am I doing this? I think it's that. Let's copy that. Go here, delete this. Paste this here. Good, copy that. Okay. Well, I think we need to find all the gear first. Do I have enough space to hold stuff here? Yeah, I do. Okay. We should be good. All right, let me look for this stuff. Fluff. Ba 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 ba. Let's sort by type. That way we can find the shotguns. Fluff says Ranima 1/2 applies X machine, and the cat returns. Awesome. I'm gonna have to watch those. Those are all good ones. Nice. Oh, you shot through movies. Also, wait, Casper applied too. I'm curious what you said about your favorite anime. Also, everyone was talking. You're so fast with love. Let's see. Everyone top 3 animes. I might steal some. And shit, I remember someone got jumped because of a Beyblade match. Really weird. Oh yeah, I know that one. And I've just forgotten everything. So yeah, that's how it happens. They're like, these are my top 3. How can I not remember these? Fake fan, all that shit. Spark says my top 3 are Naruto, shipping included. One Piece, only episode 800, only on episode 800 or 80, sorry. And I'm stuck on 3. Either Black Clover, My Hero, or Part 1 of AS. I would say My Hero is a more like general applied goodness, I think. Spark says probably Naruto, One Piece, and My Hero Academia. All good choices, But also, I can very tell like they differ. Like I don't know how many people would love Welcome to Demon School Irumaka, but if there's anything that I don't like. If there's a show that perfectly encapsulates like my love for like a style and like weird shit, it's Welcome to Demon School Irumaka. Like I love Clara. Like I think Clara is the best waifu out of every show I've ever watched. Now granted, I also am the person that determines like a waifu's coolness, not because of attraction necessarily, but because out of all of the people that are the other options, they're all shit compared to Clara. Because she's literally... man, it's hard to describe. If you've seen the show, you know what I'm talking about. She's just a batshit, crazy, weird person. But she also owns it, you know what I mean? Flo says, also, I have a big soft spot for Lupin. Still need to watch the new CG film for Lupin. Okay. The shotgun should be Hyperion, Brandhammer. Oh, yeah. All that. I should be able to find it. Don't say any spoilers. Just finished season 2. Giant fighting it out. You'll know if you've seen it. Don't spoil season 2. Okay. Casper says I won't spoil it. Overlord and One Piece. Overlord's fucking solid. One Piece, probably close to the top of my brain. You know, have you seen a Shield Hero, Casper? Have you seen? What else? I'm blanking on the other ones I think you'd like. Fluff says Outlaw Star is another in the top 10. Fate/Zero. Devil's Part-Timer. Vampire vs. Rosie. Oh, you also fuck with Rosie. Okay, so many people I think have that in their top 10 but don't ever talk about it. MHA, My Hero Academia is pretty great too. I did enjoy binging through Bleach recently. Oh, nice. Lex says maybe not top 3, but Angel Beats got me back into anime last year. I can't watch it, Lex. A person spoiled the baseline of what that show's about for me, and I can't. It hurts me when I think about it. I'm like, no, not like this. Okay, we're in the shotgun thing. But yeah, I heard it was a little bit depressing on some cases. So yeah, there it is. Do I not have a better version of the face puncher? I guess not. I guess that's the one we're gonna throw away. It's just a fucking basic ass bitch shotgun. Pfft, disgusts me. I think actually I might have one on my other character I might grab. Or drop. What's the next one? We got spell. Fuck. Spell types. We're in the necklace realm. Swift, Valor are not spells. There it is. For whatever reason, the tag of conjure or like weavered or whatever That's the one thing that refreshes appropriately, which is stupid. Some of these are captured. Glacial Cascade. Are these updated? Yeah, they are. They're just duplicates because I got little overzealous. No. Nope. And the bow one, that's huge, by the way. We got that. Nope, it's another bow. Where are you? If I didn't pocket that like ranged spell, I'm gonna be peeved. I feel like I might have given it to my melee guy. Cause yes. In fact, maybe I did that with all of them, because I thought we tested really quick. There it is. No, I got it. Oh, it's also primordial. God damn, it's also a quick ass cooldown. That one you should be able to see if it can pop off, Fluff. All right. Now make a save. We'll back it up, and then we're gonna drop all this shit. Copy. Well, let's go to the full screen first. There we go. Let's back out to the main menu because I don't want to fuck it up somehow. Let me catch up in one sec. This. Copy, back out, delete the old backup. Paste this one in there. Perfect. Copy that. There we go. Okay. Boom. Boom. All right, Fluff. I'll load into your game. Hopefully you're logged in. There you are. Join. What is happening? I can't scroll up. Caster says, I do enjoy Shield Hero. Not in the tops, though. Well, maybe like top 10. Yeah, I was about to say. To me, there's so many of those where, like, this is good. Okay, this is a good show. I like it a lot. But I don't know if it's up there, you know. Also, what's good? Coyote says, she is nuts. Who's nuts? Let me catch up. Chat. I can't watch Rosary after reading the manga and seeing how badly they adapted. Yeah, I know. I've read the manga too. I don't know. I never really felt. I just feel like they're different stories entirely. You know. For me, it really depends on the theme. I have a different one. Oh, the chat just jumped like crazy. But some of my favorites are Gangsta. I've never watched that. That's on my list, though. 91 Days Later, Shuffle, Helsing, Classroom of Elites. You like some dark ass shit. These are not like fun animes. These are pretty brutal. Casper says, oh, I enjoy that. Angel Beats hurt me. Hurt my heart too much to rewatch it regularly. Yeah. I was about to say, I can't handle that. I know that's an ass beating waiting to happen. Fluff says, a lot of other Gundam series is Mobile Suit, 8th Team, amongst others. Yeah. I know you're a fan of that. Did you ever get around to watching that one I sent you, Fluff, or not? I just haven't had enough time. What about Erase? Yeah, I haven't watched that either. Although Erase, to me, I am actually absurdly okay with shows as long as the ending is happy. Like, one of the things to me is like the best argument for like the opposite of what I feel is there's a show that's called March. No, that's not what it's called. Your Lie in April is what it's called, I believe. That show is like, I think 80% happy. But then there's like parts where it just gets fucking grim. Like, and it ends like feeling a little bit empty. You know, I can't handle that. I can't end it. Like, as long as it ends with like, they've been through some horrible shit. It's a fucking dark bit of business. But then they end up okay. Then I'm like, okay. But I can't end on it being like, yeah, I just took this part of you forever. Bye. I'm like, please, not like this. All right, let's drop the weapons. Where is it? That's not new. That's not new. It did not help that I grabbed a bunch of things before I left. There is a legendary I think I grabbed. Yeah, I should have it somewhere. Simple Forge, Marshmallow, no. No. There it is. All right, Fluff, let's take me to the murder church. I want to see if you can make these things hit. Also, Fluff, how the fuck did you get that helmet? I downloaded a bunch of fucking save file, like, clothing things, and I got nothing. I guess I didn't get all the new cosmetics then. Them bastards. I had downloaded like a save file that had like all of the legendary stuff in it, and goddamn nothing. It's bullshit. It came from the Wheel of Fate, so maybe I just maybe it's like DLC 3 that people didn't consolidate all of them for. Partly why. Hazel says, except Naruto or Dragon Ball, I only watch the fight. Yeah, I was about to say those kind of like have a particular kind of thing. Full Metal Panic was a fun mecha anime too, and the OVA's dirty pair flash is great. Those who hunt elves should only ever be watched in Japanese. It was sub, but is one I recommend too. They literally are different stories entirely. That's what hurts me, but yeah, I have that same sense. I understand that bit. Fluff says, and the earliest installment of Tamachi Yumi record for Loda's War, etc. Okay, I still need to make some time to watch. Yeah, take your time. I'm not trying to force you. I'm curious because you seem like you really like the mecha thing, and that is a show that, as a person who is not all about mecha, liked it because it was just like a cool. How do I put it? It's like a cool Superman story. You know, Superman's like an alien, comes to a random planet and just kind of has an edge, except in Superman's case, he's a god, and in this guy's case, he's just kind of awesome. He's just kind of killing it for no reason, essentially. So that was fun to watch. That was a good show. Also, again, it was cool seeing, like, again, for a person who just doesn't, it's not all about Gundam or mecha, it was like a cool idea of it. It was more like mechas weren't really like, well, I guess there were some that were very like, basically in a world of like mechas that were really like robotic and moved like Power Rangers. The main character is like a fucking lizard guy who like basically when he operates a mecha creature, he's like, how do I put it? He basically like moves like a weird. He has complete perfect mobility. You know what I mean? Which makes some sense for why he's kind of a little bit overpowered. God damn it! Oh no! Not like this! Fuck! I'm gonna steal a life. Because there's not a fucking enemy anywhere near me. God damn it, go. What the fuck? Oh, I guess we already beat it. Is that what happened? Because no enemy was anywhere near me, or maybe they were spawning near you. I hope I didn't take a life. Yeah, we did, because there's still a ball in the middle of the fucking goddamn area. Oh, I'm getting lit up. It's fine. As long as there's enemies near me, I can get a second wind. I trust in that. But golly. I still have a thing on me. Go. Oof. Did we do it? We did it. Oh, I haven't really been. I was supposed to be watching Fluff to see if he can fuck shit up with his spells and such. Catherine says, Your Lie in April is really good too, though. It's an emotional roller coaster at times, but it stays with you. I know, Casper, but at the same time, I feel sad. I can't have an end where she's dead, and he's just sitting there playing piano and, like, looking into a nice sunset. Bullshit, she's gone. It's not okay. Okay? I don't care how happy he ends up finding peace. No, I don't want peace. Get away from me. Okay, no. This, and then this. Alright, we're supposed to be looking at Fluff. Okay, let's look at Fluff. Where's he at? Let's see him. He's shooting some shit. That troll is getting worked. Actually, no, he just got annihilated. Oh, it might be my stupid pixies, though. Alright, here we go. Ooh, we actually had not a bad bit of damage. Also, why is dark magic killing him? What's happening with that? Oh, it's my lich. My lich is throwing a little bit of dark magic everywhere. But yes. I've taken a knee. Let's do this real quick. That should kill him. This will. There we go. All right. No, I wasn't. It's not bad. I don't know if it's like that like fucking you use a spell and you just nuke a badass enemy because you know that thing's on cooldown for like however long. Stop running away from me. Yeah, he's great. Jeez. The face accessory is not a helmet. Hazel says Shuffle has to be one of my favorite romance animes because the guy actually picks a girl, but yeah, sometimes it gets dark. What is it called? Shuffle? Interesting. It's called Shuffle. Huh. How do you feel about it, Fluff? Shotgun is not even chaos. It's true. It's true. Yeah, Fluffy. If you want to back out, I could give you my what is it called? My I think I have maybe a volatile one. I should be able to give you if you wanted it one of these streams. I will eventually make like a melee build again, and I'll have at least a primordial version of that. I think that should be possible. Well, I'm curious, Aza, what's Shuffle? What is that? What's that anime? What's it about? I need to find a good universal soldier since it synergizes with Stabo-Matic too. Oh wow, okay. What does universal soldier do again, Fluff? I'm blanking on why that would be optimal. And we could go with not that elemental overflow. Definitely not elemental overflow.
You might be wondering why I called this meeting.
Sparks is just fucking going, just juiced out of his mind. He's like, Fluff says, and my salt and battery might be making it unable to crit. Okay. Okay, yeah. Oh, yeah. I forgot about that's Salt and Battery's like main like thing. I forgot about that. Yeah. That's definitely that'll definitely play a part. But I also feel like Salt and Battery might be, but maybe for the new combination you should stay on Legions. Like there's the what is it called? I'm blanking on what it's called. The new weapon, the new melee weapon that seems like it's really hard to attain actually. I forget what it's called, but it's that seems legit. That one seems like it you can cast, like it randomly puts a thing underneath enemies, and I think it has a pretty decent crit rate, or at least it should. Ba 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 ba. Hammer spell is doing good at least. At least there's that. Yeah, but that's also primordial, so it's only one tick below. And are we on level 50, Fluff, or are we? Is that just me? Oh no, you grinded. You said you grinded level 50. Yeah. So you did that. Nice. Yeah, we are on level 50, so the fact that that's packing a punch is great. Yeah, in fact, the face puncher should be doing nothing because it's not even like remotely. We're on level. I thought you weren't on level 50, but no, that makes sense. That makes sense why it's brutal. Oh wait, it's an amulet that refills. Oh, the mag when you do melee damage. I forgot about that. Counts as melee, so you can consistently never run out of ammunition. Also, yeah, so if that's the case, then shouldn't you just get like a shit ton of fire rate as well? Huh. I feel like there's gonna be a melee build that's so not about melee. It's about like fire rate and that, and just being like a juggernaut shotgun. But also, no, because you need to do gun damage, right? You need to do gun damage in order for you to be able to be considered doing enough damage in that other thing. What is it called? Like, in order to detonate a ghost blaze, you need to be doing gun damage, which is shitty. There we go. Oh, my goddamn thing didn't work there. It's okay, you'll die anyway. You'll die anyway. Lex says, see you later. Thanks for stopping by, Lex. Hope I can see you again. Also, thank you, Sparks, for hucking a rock at me. Appreciate you. Sparks, what do you call it? What anime are you currently watching? Because for me right now, I'm taking a little bit of a break, but I'm kind of waiting for Spy X Family to finish so I can just fucking binge the shit out of it. Just become a glutton. But then also there's another show that I think I'll really like as well. Whenever you do melee damage, hey Fluff, hey Fluff, don't go to the next area yet. I just picked up something. I'm sure it's not perfect, but you could use it. Where is it? Should let you vicariously live a little bit. Actually, it's quite perfect. It's almost on the money. Are we having a dancing party? What is with all y'all having the most crazy emotes I've ever seen ever? Also, I forgot to grab the fucking curse before that. Toothless. Let's do some Toothless. And I need an enchantment. I need to enchant these. Might just save edit. Oh, do you also have the save edit? Fucking Fluff, my boy. My boy. Fluff, have you started to understand the weird code? Like, I had to map out what essentially Meteorite 1, Meteorite 2, and Meteorite 3 is, and it's just like, what the fuck? Complicated. Hazel says, I got spoiled when it comes to anime because all my friends like one specific category. So if I need a recommendation specific to a theme, you got a person for it? Yeah, man. I love how that be. That's awesome. There's always the one person who's like, I got you. But also, man, it's a little bit frustrating when some people, like, when they suggest you stuff, it's stuff that, like, is so not what you like, you know what I mean? So you're like, I don't like anime. And it's like, well, yeah, because you suggested them, like, weird-ass shows. Oh, we're just going to have to tank that. Do this. Come on, pixies. Fucking kill that thing. Reach him. There it is. Let's put, I don't have any spells there. That's fine. Good. Good. Oh, Azo says, and Shuffle, like I said, is an anime name where a harem psychologist itchy, and more tags, but each girl has their own unique story. Is it where the main character has like a fucking brutal backstory? Like he's the harem protagonist, but he's always like the person that's cutting through the harem bullshit tropes. Like, I think there's a tsundere person, but in reality, she's just like, he calls her out exactly. Is that the show? Because I feel like there was a show that everyone was talking about for a while there, where the main harem protagonist was actually just like over it, like, but like genuinely an animal. Like people would come in here with these tropes and or like there'd be the person who's like always like baka and like punches him, but then he like twists her arm right around and like fucking throws her on her ass. Essentially, like, get the fuck away from me. I forget what that one was, but then there's like an iconic, like, horrible, dark background that the main character has, and you're just like, this is just fucked up. This is brutal. Although people have said nothing but good things if that's the show we're talking about. I think Shuffle sounds like that's correct about it. I need to enchant this. Might just save it. Yeah, I'm just fucking words that fucking save it. You know what I mean? And I think 5 girls, and they all have the main protagonist, but the main character actually picks. Oh, okay. Okay, so maybe it's not the same one then, or maybe it is. I don't know. You'll have to tell me, Shuffle, if that sounds like it's the evens, or not Shuffle. Shuffle. You have to tell me, Hazel, if that's even remotely correct. Well, stand in my death pool, Fluff. This was overkill, but also not, because he ran the hell away from it. Still killed him, but still. Casper says, oh, Shuffle is super cute too. It's been a decade since I've seen it. Yeah, so maybe not the same show. Maybe I was way off. Maybe that's not right. It sounds like it's not right. I haven't gotten it yet, but if it's updated for Chaos 50, I'll use it. Yeah. Hazel says, but like I said, at times it does go dark, but the ending makes you feel complete. Yeah, see, that's to me what I deeply need, Hazel. I need an ending that feels harmonized. You know what I mean? I can't end it with it being like, yeah, like, oh no, this person died or anything like that. That's why, like, one of the shows that I so badly wanted to watch, it's called Killing Bite. It seemed like just a really fun film where it was like, I don't know, it was back in the time when I think it was released where when there was a lot of like anime about like heroines that were very like cutesy and like delicate and all these things, and then they're like, this whole show is about like animal hybrid women and men that are like jacked or like ferocious. And you're like, Jesus Christ. But I seen the ending of it, and then that was one of the few times where the ending, I didn't even watch the show, but because I watch Ambas, I kind of get to vicariously understand what the baseline of the show is. And that show had, I think it's a show that some of you guys might like a lot, but what do you call it? I ended up being so intrigued by the ending of it because it's such a fucking like, what the fuck? That I ended up looking at the manga, and every like year I go back to see if like the main character stopped being a little baby and finally like decided, fuck it. But then they do this thing where you think the main character is gonna come back as like a fucking numb Giga Chad, like, because he kind of had a real bad set of cards But instead, he comes back as much of an S-word on Twitch, an S-word, as you can be. Because apparently ravens and some shit have, like, they breed for life or whatever. They're a one spouse kind of person. Sorry, come here. But yeah, as much, that was one of those shows called Killing Bite, if you guys seen it. It's quite itchy for what it's worth. but yeah. But it does have an anime about it. It's also subbed, so if you guys want to watch it too like that, you can watch it there. But I don't know if it'll ever get a dub, because yeah, I just feel like it shouldn't be too risque for Funimation. It's not quite that bad, you know. Fluff says, I haven't gotten it yet. All right, we're gonna can't do that. Azel says, but I like. I say it time gets dark. No, it's not that anime. I know which one, the anime you're talking about, where the main character is Basta Bomb, the girl. Yeah, I think something like that. Maybe. I think that sounds somewhat right. The anime, the main character that ruined an anime for me has to be Rent a Girlfriend. The main character? I've heard a lot of that. What is it about that anime, Azel? Because I feel like I've heard that a lot. People who are pissed about the main character, which is funny because I seen like an AMVA or something with the guy, and it seemed like he was very almost human, like to an extent. Like he seemed like a mess. Like I think there's a part where he's like jerking off or something, and then they like catch him, and he's kind of just like, what? Like, fuck off, dude. Like, but it wasn't like a, oh my god. Maybe it was I can infer all what was happening, but I've heard that from a lot of people, where people really dislike the that whole thing. Oh, Killing Bite is about girls being animals. Yeah. Well, it's about like there's like this global competition where like they're merging animals and humans, and like the dudes become way more animalistic. They like become like almost like mascots to some extent, but like they keep their face essentially, but their whole like bottom half is covered in hair and shredded as fuck. And the women just look like ludified drawings essentially of animal hybrid people. It's weird, but is what it is. But to me, it's really cool the way that they like kind of deal with the way that like the animal kingdom and its kind of ferocity and its kind of like numbness, because the main character is a honey badger. I think it's what's called. No, it's either that or I think it's a honey. No, it may be a wolverine. I think that's what it is. The main character is based off either a wolverine or a honey badger. I think it's a wolverine though. So that's what she is, and she is like again, the best example is like a berserker. She's like a raving lunatic kind of fighter who will like rip off her own arm and like take out your throat kind of thing, kind of like a wolverine. Like this idea that a creature that will just bite onto your ankle and like tear it off, and you can hit it as much as you want. It will not break essentially until your leg's off of its bone, you know. So yeah, but yeah. Yeah, the main character is just a cuck, best way to put it. What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, you gotta give me more. What does that mean? Is he just like he never makes a move, or is he constantly a baby about it? Is that what it is? Or is it like he's indecisive? Is it like the best girl just doesn't get, or is it that he lets people walk all over him and he doesn't make a decision? Is that what it is? That to me seems like what I would infer from that. But what does it mean? That's hilarious though. I feel like you told me one word and I garnered a lot from it. I just don't know if I'm on the right path. Casper said, put him in a cage. Stop it, Casper. Let's go. That's Healing Vengeance. We'll do that. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what that would be. I don't know what to infer from that part of what I just said, but But Azel, isn't that kind of every harem protagonist? It's either that or it's just that they are like the most asexual, not attracted to anybody, a human being ever, you know? I don't think you'll catch. I didn't think you'd catch that. What do you mean? What do you mean? This. Jump up here. Give me this. Man, sometimes that does not hit. Although we are like taking every nerf we could, so it's kind of, it makes sense that we're not killing it as hard as we were. Also, I think my nephews and nieces are over right now. I can hear little kids laughing in the background. Now, we just had a huge get-together with our family. It was interesting. It's always also kind of weird when you have, like, people in your space. As much as, like, I love my family to bits. They're all wonderful. I couldn't have a better family. But, yeah, it's also very weird for me who's just like, huh, there's someone in the yard. Okay. Because they're camping, basically. They brought their thing in the camper thing. So, yeah. Azel says, I would say it, but I don't want to ruin it for others, but you are in the right path with beating his banana. Best way to put it, to say is like, what? That doesn't make, no, you can't, okay, hey, nobody look at Azel's next comment, okay? What's happening? I don't know what that infers to you, all right? To me, yeah, now you just made me have even more questions. Are you in the right path with beating his banana? I'm so lost. Is there weird sexual undertones, like, legit in the show? I'm lost. Yeah, you have to help me, Hazel. Just don't, like, spoil it. All right, by the way. Also, that show has been out for, like, a long-ass time at this point, I think it's been, like, 4 years. Yeah, probably more than that, actually. I feel like the anime is always such a, like, it's actually been out for such a long time, given what you think. Go, Meteor! Eat! Yeah, I forgot my splat is not really doing a lot here because, yes. Go! Dark magic is not healing for fucking anything. More! More pixies! More pixies! More pixies! More snappies! More pixies! More pixies! More pixies! Hurry up and come back! Oh, of course I miss! Ah! Quickly, look at this. More pixies. More pixies. There's also a death thing following me. Stop it, Spectre! Go! 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 Easy! Easiest game of my life. It also helps that we're, like, doing so much overhealing, even though it doesn't do that much. It helps that we're just, like, doing so many nodes of it that it's hippity happening. What? I mean, yeah, but okay, let me get to. I mean, yeah, but not as pathetic as the main character from Rent a Girlfriend. Best way to put it is this. I mean, yeah, but not as pathetic as the main character from Rent a. Okay, gotcha. Okay, so you're saying that, like, okay, so it's like the main harem protagonist problem amplified. So, like, he's even more disengaged and, like, oblivious. And doesn't capitalize and leaves everybody guessing, kind of bullshittery. Got it. I feel like that's the baseline. LGHT, okay, GRINN. What does that mean? What does that abbreviation mean? What does that mean? LGHT, what is that? God damn it. Do you know what that means? This. She dropped a volatile assault and battery. Ooh, that's nice. I haven't seen too many legendary gear from like the DLC popping in every other encounter though, unfortunately. But I don't mind that, like, when you get to the fifth mirror mystery, it unlocks, like, everything. So then it, like, super empowers the chaos chambers. Like, that to me, like, makes some sense. Granted, there's still not too much of an incentive to grind the new mirror, but still something, you know. Also, Caster said, I gotta go run. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for stopping by, Caster. Lovely to talk to you as always. Take care. Hopefully we can see you again. Fluff says, Storm Surge also dropped. It was a dedicated drop from Druid for the longest time. Gotcha. Interesting. I don't know what we need next for the next build I'm working on. I think I kind of have it at this point. I have all the things I might need. Also, my God, Fluff, do you need anything? Because I have 220 fucking... We had so many curses, man. You guys can't even see that, but we have 22,000. Jesus Christ. Things. So, jeez. I have no... Does anybody know what LGHT stands for? Azel says, he's pretty much... Okay, give me a sec. Oh. Okay. Okay, so yeah, I thought you were using it as like a as like a way to communicate a super amplified version of a personality trait, not a literal. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, that's real. I mean, I guess everyone's entitled to be into whatever they're into. But that seems a little destructive as far as. I mean, your partner's okay with it, I guess, but woof. Okay, Hazel, yeah, okay. Don't read Hazel's comment if you don't want any spoilers from that. What do you call it? Yeah, that's fucking, man. There's always the goddamn NTR tag. You gotta fucking wanna vomit. Anyways, unlucky. Especially when that show has so many cute characters and shit. Although, I don't know. I don't want to judge people if that's what they're into as long as their partner knows about it. But there is this, like, subliminal, like, variant of suffering that to me feels a little bit not so good. Not so good. Yeah, I did not expect you to legitimately mean what that meant, you know? Now, granted, is it just some sort of weird fantasy nonsense, or is it, like, something that he's acting on? I don't know. That puts things into like, I don't know what the context of the show is, because it seemed like it was literally this guy just vibing. Is it in the manga, though? Is that what you're saying? Your friend told you that that's how it, like surges in the manga in that way? Because I did hear people complain about the ending or conclusion of Rent-a-Girlfriend, the anime. Yeah. Which, to me, I think what people were pissed off about is I think he ends up with the literal Rent-a-Girlfriend person, which to me kind of feels like shitty, because like there's so many, like, he has like, there's like the childhood friend archetype, like there's all these other like awesome people around him, but he literally chooses the one that's like a tsundere, tsundere, and also like he paid for her to be around him, which is like, what? What, dude? Although I haven't seen the show, so I might be missing a lot here. And if you pretty much go to any post of the new season announcement, a lot of people are saying the same thing under the post. Like, get ready for... But Azul, is it like this is his thing? Like, is this where the show makes a turn for, like, this is what it ends like? Or is this some sort of weird, like, one scene that happened that people are like, just don't put it in anime. Like, just keep the story cohesive, okay? Don't make it like this weird subliminal thing where, like, in the back of our heads while we're watching the show, when they're 30 and they're like fucking bored, that he's gonna start doing all this kind of stuff for the waifu that everyone is like, she's so great, she's so nice. Oh, so I can totally see how some people are like, don't do it to my person who I think she's the best. You chose right. Don't fuck it up by doing although I feel like I may be being mean to people who are doing zero harm. They're in an entirely cohesive relationship, and this is the one thing that they get the rocks off on. I don't know. I feel like, some people like to get their, kicked in the stomach, essentially, to get off. So I don't know. I feel like of all the brevity of perversion that's out there, that is the one that I feel the most legitimate sickness towards. But, like, in terms of, like, I feel just the thought of it makes me queasy, like, just could not want to run away more. But I feel like if it's not hurting anybody, that makes sense. But I do want to empathize with why, like, the whole nature of, like, harem shows or, like, romance comedies, whatever they are, is this idea that, like, it's kind of a meme, but it's like, who is the best waifu kind of thing. And it's funny because I genuinely think this is built on the back of that idea. Because people genuinely want to know, and that's the one thing that we gotta be clear about, but, like, I think genuinely when people talk about, like, who is best girl or best husbando or whatever, it's not talking about necessarily, like, your attraction to these things. Because oftentimes they're in school and shit, and it's weird. Also, you're not envisioning yourself banging this person. You're just thinking, out of all the personalities, the cuteness, the loyalty, the traits that these people have, out of all the lot that we're given, this person shines the best. This person is the one that I think is the most healthy, the most cute, the most endearing, the most honest with their problems, the one that I find that I enjoy the most. But I don't know if it's inherently always sexualized for a lot of people. I think for some, maybe it is, but I think that's the lesser majority. Because I can say the same thing about husbandos. Like, I say, like, this dude is the best. He's the absolute Giga Chad. He's kind. He shows the fuck up. He's busting his ass, and you don't appreciate him. It's bullshit. I can say the same thing about those characters as well, But yet have no attraction to them. Yeah, I'm curious, Azel. So you said that's pretty much what the announcement went at the. So again, do you know if I know you don't really know a lot of it because your friend told you about this thing, but is it like a specific scene that's like one and done, like kind of like a weird, like you know, you what do you call it? You jerk off and then you feel like depressed because what you just did, essentially, or is it just like one of those like a goofy comedy moment about like, yuck, what happened to me in this moment? And then like pivots over to like back to normalcy, or is this like a through thread? Because, because isn't that? Oh, I see. That might be a subliminal part of the entire structure, actually. Because if the whole sentiment is like rent a girlfriend, the premise for the main protagonist being super attracted to the main girl who is technically in the business of being rented by other people, even if it's not sexualized, it. Okay, I could see that being some sort of weird, like, this was always the course, unfortunately, but, anyway, to each their own, that's all I'll say, to each their own. I don't understand it, but I don't need to understand it. I'll just, stay away from it. Cast Forge, spawns a Hydra on impact. I wonder if you get ×3 with that, if that'd be better. Fusion lingers, repeating cast, no. I have far too much loot here. Bolt last. It's only a tier 1. Hold repeating charge. Summons multiple spectral wyverns. Channeling cast though, I hate it. Spawns an ice spike. Falling speed increased. Knockback. I think it'd be fun to mess with the knockback one. Ooh, summons a fire sprite. That could be cute. We'll grab that. Although all this, I'm gonna have to delete. I'm deleting the save file. I guess I could pocket it. I could put it in the thing really quick. My vault. I haven't really found anything too crazy. Pulls enemies in. No. Sorry to be taking my sweet ass time fluff, by the way. Anything good here? Salted battery, maybe. No, we got a leg. We got a. Oh, that's the necklace. Oh, you found nice. Sailor thing. Echo melee attack for the wand. I think that's what that was. Fish. Bonk weapon. I don't think there's anything else here. Unlucky find. 20 some K. But that was like 3 chaos runs. You know, madness. I might use that, Fluff. Even if I just build off it as a base. Yeah. Although I might change that to melee damage instead of gun damage. Because I have to make a melee build like that with the face puncher. But pretty good. You ready to go, Fluff? Or are we, you still wishing? Or no, you ready to go? Alright. Okay, so Azel clarified for me. Azel says, yes, it's that girl he likes / paid to act as his girlfriend. And as the story progresses, he pretty much starts developing feelings for her. But like I say, the guy misunderstood something, so he imagines the girl he likes having hadada with another guy, and he just starts hadada thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, again, I'm not here to judge. As long as you're both understanding what you're doing, I think there's a difference, hopefully, between people who are into it and people who are cheating on other people. That's the issue. But anyways. Oh, my body. Oh my god, my body, I'm so sore. I've been just frozen in time for a hot minute. Alright, Fluff, that was awesome, buddy. I feel like, yes, I feel like the spells could work, especially if you build specifically for them, although you may need to save edit, like in min-max, to like an absolute crazy amount. But, yes, hopefully you enjoy the spell. The spell is actually pretty good. The spell, I think, should be decent. I feel like you might be able to get a ×2 and whatnot, and that may help, but yeah. Fluff says, found a Graveborn Universal Soldier. I might work on your Stabo Graveborn. Know where I can get a save editor? Yes, I'll send it to you in the Wonderland's Discord server. I think should be there. It is the thing. Yes. Fluff, you'll have to do a couple scans for me because when I downloaded it, I think it's just because it's a formatted save file unit thing. Like piece of software to where like when you scan it, it says like there might be something here that could like be like, you know, malware or something like that. But then everyone who's downloaded, it's like, no, it's not. It's just that it has like the thing that formats the game. But maybe if you have like a fucking a browser like thing, you could go and look at it. But yes, like a thing that scans files. But I haven't found anything sus about it yet. That's why a lot of people say he's pathetic. Like from all the anime where the main characters are pathetic, this guy takes the cake for being the most pathetic main character ever. I mean, yeah, I don't know. A part of me, as much as I do not understand why somebody would want that, I also think that there's like some people who have like fantasies that are so much more accepted. And also, I think this is the other thing. So many people have fantasies that it's the idea of the fantasy, not the actual fantasy itself. Like some people like, I'm not going to say these, but like even just something as like, there's a lot of people who are into the BDSM thing. But in practice, it'd like be significantly less hot if it was like, if you understood all of the pain in your ass bullshittery, literally in some cases, of the action itself. So I don't know. I always, to me, it seems like a complicated web of whatever. But I think there's also other things in the story which I think lean people towards it being pathetic. Like when somebody doesn't act on their emotions, you know, constantly second guesses themselves, constantly makes like, there's plenty of people that are willing to love you, but you choose to push them away, but then you also play the victim. I think those are things that culminate, and then you do this. It makes people think that, oh, okay, this is not like one thing that makes me think less of you. It's the entire soup of instances that we've kind of been trickling throughout the series that we see. So maybe that's a part of it. Might have found it. Is it in the browser? There's two. There's a browser one, Fluff, and then there's, I'll send it to you right on the Discord right now before I log off. We'll jump over here. Yeah, so there's a browser one that does everything primordial. It lets you reset things. That's how I would reset the your progression within the game. But then there is another one that is quite a bit better, if I can find it. Where the shit are you? There it is. No, it's not in that one either. It's like a 1,000 book. There it is. We have that one, and then we have this one. All right, this one. We're gonna go to the main page. That's the main page. That is not the main page. We're gonna go to the very, very first one. Bop. This is it. Okay. I'll post that in our Discord. I don't know if I should post it in our Discord. People be like, "What is this?" But then they're like, "That's fucking the stream." Where is it? Tiny Tina's Wonderland. There it is, Wonderland. Oh, so yeah, we have save file community. We'll just post it. Paste that here. Boom. That is the thing, and then this is the save file for the. I think you found it already, but this is the other save file editor. That one is way less. You just literally go to this the save file duplication save thing. Go to it. I haven't found it's very consistent with things like increasing. Giving yourself a weapon or something like that. Like I think you can take a code of a weapon and just paste it in there. I haven't found much luck in having to actually how it does that. Like how to actually give yourself that bait. It's called like a balance, and then it has a bunch of text after it. But yeah. Ladies and gentlemen, who should we go raid? I'd probably log off actually. Oh no, I need to quickly delete my character first. Oh, that should be fine. We should be able to delete you. Delete my character real quick, and then I'll just save all my gear that I took on the thing. Back out. Do. Perfect. Back out. Log back in. There you are, BloodWitch. Perfect. Okay. Azel says, but like I said, he just imagined it, but never happened. That's why he's so pathetic. I mean, I feel like if you did it whilst it was, I don't know, man. To me, I know there's a lot of people who have like, I don't know. To me, as much as I understand where people will be like, this is super, could be toxic. I don't know. To me, there's so much weird stuff that to me, it was always baffling to me that people were like so okay with the idea of somebody liking and getting off by the prospect of hurting the person that they love. But then again, to each their own. But I feel like so many people are willing to accept that BDSM shit, but not the other stuff, which is like significantly less, to me, demented. But also, it's not demented. It's just, to me, the whole sexualization thing is weird. There's so many things that does not compute in my head why people are so drawn to it. But ultimately, if they're happy and they're not hurting anybody, then you go bang the world. I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I understand the sense, but part of me also wonders if like everyone's kind of into some weird thing, and I would not like to be judged for the thing that I'm into, or many things that I'm into, or whatever it could be, especially in the future where like more things come available, more weird things are introduced, and you're like, oh my god, what's this? That could get messy really fast. So yeah. And now that I know that I just don't want to continue the anime. I really enjoy the art style, and they go, yeah. Well, part of me wonders if they'll even put that scene in there. Because if so many people are having that reaction to it, that like it would ruin the story, then maybe that's where the anime and the manga diverge. Maybe there's different stories, different timelines. But yeah, I definitely think I can understand why people are like it can kind of corrupt your idea of a main character, but at the same time, I don't know. When someone says pathetic, a part of me makes me feel like, well, I mean, I don't like it, I don't get it, but at the same time, it makes me like there's so much, I don't know. Sexualization and stuff like that, as long as everyone is consenting and is understanding what's happening, then I don't think it's bad. I don't think people should be looked down upon for having a specific interest, because the thing that you're into may not be any less weird than to somebody else. So yeah, like, yeah, you know what I mean? That's my sense though. Can you send it to me in the DMs? So can this change type like chaotic and send it? Yeah. So this that I could show it to you actually really quick, Fluff. This. So this is what. So this is what the save editor looks like, Fluff. Let me open up one of them. Open up. Okay, so that should work. Okay, so this is what it looks like right here. Let me go top, bottom left. So this is what it looks like. Yeah, basically we would download this, and you can control. You can change the thing, so you can have multiple of the same character type. You could change the slot. You could go to the character. You could literally change whether like this is the way you could have the same save file. Always make a backup of your save, by the way, because it can get corrupted if you change too many things and it gets confused. So always make a backup of your original save file. Put it in another folder so that way you always can come back to your baseline. But yeah, if you wanted, you could change this to a spell shot and it works. And whatever configuration you'd want. You can also change femininity. You can also change, this is the most godly thing ever, and this is what I think most content creators are actually using, because no content creator is starting a brand. This is the only way to change your fucking save file name, I think. So I've seen some people who have literally the exact build name that they have, and I think it's relatively impossible unless you're willing to use this and have this, but I digress. But yeah, you can literally change it so that when you go to load your character, it literally says the name of your build, which is nice. Then you can go into here. This is where it gets kind of confusing though, Fluff. This is basically the base purple save file, or purple mod, essentially. A purple spell mod, basically. So you can change it to Ascended right here. You can change it to, it could be normal. You can just change it to Ascended if you want. This is where you would change your enchantment. So you'd go to your enchantment. I just have it on all spell cast, deal damage. They're pretty easy to infer what they mean. Sometimes they're a little bit annoying, but like some of the on skill activation, deal gun damage, all damage, melee damage, elemental damage, and then specific damage types like cryo, dark magic, stuff like that. Fire damage right there, lightning damage. So those exist there. But the way where it gets kind of complicated is like, say for instance with the spells. Each spell can have 3 of these, which is part, SM, enhance, and then whatever it would be. So you can have 3 of these. These are the 3 gray boxes or like faded out things that you can get. But this is also what I meant by that, what is interesting. So if I go to cooldown, you guys can see that it says cooldown 1 and 2, and then cooldown 3. So yeah, so you can only have 2 cooldowns on a specific mod, I believe. I don't think I've ever seen in like the nature of spell mods have one that's like cooldown rate 3, cooldown rate 3, cooldown rate 3. So you can only have cooldown rate 1, 2, and then cooldown rate 3. That's the only thing you're allowed. And also, like, you can have a repeating cast, and then you can have something like this, which is, yeah, right here. So it's like repeating. So that's like just everything's normal. But then there's this eruption mod 0.3. So there's so there's stuff like mod 1, self-cast 1, self-cast 2, whatever. This is kind of a complicated one to do it for. But basically, like one of the things we had was a spell that was like eruption, like a meteorite fall, essentially. Magic missile, hawk, time skip. Where is it? This one right here. So meteorite. So you guys can see meteorite 1, 2, 3, and 4. This is meteorite where it basically makes a big ass cataclysm. So it does like a huge ass slow fall meteor. Mod number 2 is basically where it splinters off in like 4. It's like a bunch of tiny meteorites, and then this one is like fast fall, so it comes down quickly. And it's funny, this one right here is I think a legendary that's not in the game yet. It's called Destructive Rain, but it's 2 types of meteors. So the one that's like times 8, 4 meteors are fire and 4 meteors are cryo. I think that's going to be a legendary that they haven't added yet. That's going to be a spell probably to come, which is kind of cool. And yeah, this is the place where you could just make everything. Also, if you wanted to change your armor, you can go to armor. This is where it gets complicated, though. You need to change the armor base. So this is like Calamity, Mantis, Corrupted Plate Mail, that stuff. And then you would go down to, where is it? This, right? You need to change 2 things. This and I think this one. Yeah. So this would change the armor specifically to spell. So this is the Blade Singer, which is the convert your ability damage and your melee damage into spell damage. But if you chose a different version of this, which was a melee, then it would take your ability damage and your spell damage and buff it up based on your melee damage. Same thing with your abilities and stuff like that. So that's what that is. But you need to make some of these things connect, and sometimes they wouldn't, because that armor can exist. So you need to be careful when messing around with these codes. Same thing with this. You can choose like what your passive traits are buffing. You can do gun damage, spell damage, all that stuff. And yeah, that's how that works. You can change the character name in game now alongside your pet name. Oh wow, okay, so maybe that's what it was. But is that recent? Because I don't think that used to exist, and I noticed that people were doing that way beforehand. And I was always wondering how they did it. But yeah, maybe that was actually recent, but I thought it wasn't. Seeing it my boost my myth rank higher than I would normally have it, but I don't really care if that's the side effect. Well, yeah, you can control all that within this one specifically, where you can change like your character details. You can go to your general thing. I think you can give yourself money if you wanted. Yeah. The only thing you cannot change though, Fluff, is this. So the mod has not been updated yet, or at least I haven't seen it yet be updated. Also, Fluff, do not download the link I sent you is not actually where you download the newest version. I'll send you another link. This is the old version. You have to go to the very like bottom of the comment thread, and then he will basically link you to his like file sharing site, essentially. Where is it? Is it this? I think if you go to the very 12th page, I think that's what it is. Yeah. So this is the save file editor that you should download and use. That's what I did, at least. And I have yet to find a hiccup, but please scan it yourself and see if there's any bullshittery in there. But that's the link to his specific save file editor thing, if you want to use it. Again, the reason why I did this is because I just want to opt out of the Nightmare Hell Chaos bullshittery. I hate the Chaos run. I like farming gear. I find that fun. I just dislike the Chaos grind. And not even a grind. It's just meaningless. It makes every legendary meaningless. I dislike that aspect of it so deeply. I need out. I can't have it. So all the gear that we got here is attainable, by the way. All the gear we got in the build for BloodWitch was acquired. I just turned it all to Ascended, and I did tweak some of the things like cooldown. So the additional perk, I maybe change it from critical damage to cooldown rate, which I don't think is And in fact, I don't even think that's better. I think it's just more consistent, which I liked. But I'll always tell you when I go buck wild. I promise. And now, Azel says, and now that I know that, I just don't want to see the anime more. They enjoy the arts and girls. Seeing that boosts my rank higher. Azel says, but I'm hyped for the other animes. Yeah. The Classroom of Elite and stuff like that. Yeah. Plenty to look forward to, which is nice. I think Anime Man is just getting more popular, and I'm hoping now that Funimation and Crunchyroll are like perfectly harmonized for people who like dubs. I hope we're going to be getting dubs more consistently, and I hope they're going to start greenlighting more projects. I know a lot of people have an issue with Crunchyroll, but I do hope that they do the right things that they were doing, where when they were greenlighting like Tower of God and God of High School, I hope they do more of that, which I think is what was a net positive in terms of people's enjoyment for adding to the thing that they were taking part in participating in, which is the distribution of anime. Fluff says, I already make a backup of my backup and my backup. Yeah, good man. But I'll be sure to make another before I... Nice. Yeah, because you want the current version, right? Just a few hours left, but I can't wait until tomorrow. Yeah. You can change the character's name in game, or except getting a save praise expected in editor, but I'll keep working on it. Yeah. No, so you cannot. That one doesn't work. Yeah. I did the same thing. I was like, what the fuck? But this one is optimized for DLC 3. So it's updated for. Oh wait. No, sorry, I fucked up. Was that the newest thing? Did I give you the one? Yeah, I'm on DLC 2. So maybe it is updated for DLC 3. Shit. Okay, so maybe I need to download that one too. Shit. That's awesome. So I can maybe mess with some of the new legendaries. Yeah, because the guy, that was an old thing, I guess. Shit. Awesome. But yeah, no, you have a better save editor than me now at this point. But ladies and gentlemen, usually nobody streams on Saturdays, unfortunately, or Sundays, sorry. But we'll check. Let's see. Is anyone streaming? Is anyone streaming that you guys know? Yeah, everyone takes Sundays off, man. I don't know why. To me, it's like if there's any day to make sure you show up, it's the day that the calm before the storm. You know what I mean? The day before Monday happens. You know. But yeah, no. What I meant is that the latest is DLC 2. Oh yeah. So DLC 3 items don't work, but DLC 2 works for DLC 3, which was not the case beforehand. So yeah. Any mention of DLC 3? Oh no, I misread. Yeah. DLC 3 might come. It's usually like a month later, and usually you have to poke the guy that made it to be like, hey, can you update it, please? And he's like, oh, fine, and he updates it. But yeah, DLC 2 works, so that's the one we're currently got right now. But yeah, as soon as he updates the thing, I'll try to get that one too, because I would love to be able to tweak. Because really, it's the way it works, I think, Fluff, is that even the DLC 2 save file editor didn't allow you to mess with the saves from DLC 2. It only lets you mess with saves from DLC 1. So it seems like each DLC, you're able to mess with the previous DLC 1, but not the newest one, which is kind of weird. But at least you can use it. There was a time when like you couldn't make everything better if you didn't have the appropriate save. So like the day that I installed it, I couldn't mess with newer save files. I could only mess with older ones. Because the DLC like reformat stuff, and they need to understand how to reapply their code. I don't see. I'm assuming Fluff is scrolling through Twitch. Doesn't look like there's anyone to raid today, as there tends to not be many who are streaming on good old Saturday or Sunday. Jesus Christ! But ladies and gentlemen, this was a blast. Okay, we're streaming too long at this point. We're streaming at 7:27, almost 7:30. Another half hour. Sun Radiance. Oh, is this a person? Let's see. Maybe there is someone streaming. Raid. This is a person. Okay. Sure. Hey, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, she's also playing DNF Duel. This is a game that Fluff has been playing all week, along with that and Sunbreaker. Go check this out. She seems like lovely. I back Fluff because Fluff has always been good to us, so I trust him to take care of us for a wonderful experience and night. Thank you so much for your time, ladies and gentlemen. Enjoy the rest of your day. I'm off to go cut my hair and enjoy the rest of my weekend. Hopefully you do as well. Also, there is a video coming out right now. It's a long anime breakdown talk fest of the show Banished from the Heroes Party, which is quite good. So check that out if you so desire. Bye.